Good morning, Tradeify Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tradeify TV. It is Thursday, June 26th, 2025. It is 60 minutes before the New York Open, and for the next 4 hours, it is time for us to get you ready for your trading day and take you through the opening 3 hours of the New York session. We could not be more excited to be with you today, and I can't do 4 hours by myself, so I brought along a couple of friends. Hope y'all don't mind. We're going to start with Mr. White Tea himself, Swiss Nick. Nick, good morning, afternoon, whatever the hell time it is over there.
Good morning, Matt. I was just looking a bit concentrated and maybe angry here. That was my focus face because I was just in that short and took 25 points with that. And I think Miriam is still in, or are you already out?
I am short from 65, so I just took off a few contracts here, and I just have one more left. But yeah, let's see how this rolls because we just got data that came out. So
but
we're getting it.
before we do all, we're starting this with trades already. Sorry guys, but this was too juicy of a setup to not take it. But as usual, good morning guys. Happy to be here, happy to have you, and happy to do another 4-hour Tradeify TV session today. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have sick giveaways. We have sick trading, two trades already taken, one by me, one by Miriam. So it's going to be a good day. But as usual, I want to end that intro with our one and only Matcha Mommy curly trader, Miriam from the other coast.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to Tradeify TV. Yeah, we are in it today. We're just getting right into it. We took a short here in the morning, and as usual, of course, before I even get into that, I do want to remind you guys that we are here for 4 hours today. So we love that you guys rocked with us yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed that stream yesterday. We got little Nikki that came on with a banger trade. Shout out to him. So if you guys took, I know a few people who took that trade yesterday. So congratulations on catching that 100+ point banger. That was just insane. And if you didn't see it, go back and watch that episode. But before we all get into what we're looking at today, please go ahead and like this channel. Make sure that you are subscribed and share it with a friend because we're about to drop some heat today. So let's get into it. So we had some data that kind of came out here, and I was looking at this trend line for on the 5-minute here on the NASDAQ. You guys know I love trading my trend lines. I took this short actually a little bit earlier. I took the short at 65. So I was in at this area right here. I took the short and then wanted to see this trend line break. I kind of took it on the momentum of the data that came out. And then yesterday's high or previous day high is this is kind of where my stop is sitting at. Now I have it at 54, but I want to see how we're going to react at previous day high. We did hold VWAP really well here, and I'm actually might be considering taking this position off, but I'm only in one more contract here. So I want to see how we're going to respect this area right here because we did get a nice drop. So right now, again, this is the 5-minute. Let me just zoom out to the 1 hour just so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. We got this nice move in the overnight session, right? We got this nice move, and I was actually expecting a continuation of today. Now we did get that data, and Matt, we can get into it a little bit later and look at the numbers here, but from a technical standpoint, this is the line in the sand for me I'm looking at today. So I want to see us actually get down below this VWAP level on the 1 hour. Now ES is also holding VWAP right here, but previous day high is going to be that level that I'm looking at for bulls to hold. Now if we can hold this level, of course we have room up to this 85 level, and we do have some room obviously up to 600. That would be the next target, but we'll see if we can continue getting continuation to the downside here. We have this secondary trend line that we could be targeting, and then we'd be essentially looking at previous day low, right? We'd be looking at this previous day low level sitting at the 380 mark. For that 420 level was that area that we were all kind of trying to target yesterday, but we did end up getting the flush through. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for today from a bird's eye standpoint. Now, again, going back to the 5-minute here, we could essentially be bear flagging on this, this setup right here, but I want to see how we're going to do. We do have some sellers on Bookmap sitting at the 560 area, so we could potentially go up there, grab some liquidity, and then continue downwards. But definitely curious to see how we're going to be looking for the day so far. So far, you know, we didn't get the best data, so I'm curious to see how we're going to do moving forward. Matt, do you have the numbers by any chance on that?
Yeah, so it was kind of a variety of stuff coming in. Jobless claims came in about as expected, maybe a little lighter than expected. Durable goods orders were basically double what was expected, and what I'm seeing a little bit is that some big businesses stocking up on a lot of goods before some new tariffs go into effect in June and July, at the end of June, early July. So I don't know that that's an indicative of what we're going to see in the future, but yeah, durable goods coming in double what expected. Corporate profits came in about as expected. Wholesale inventories came in negative 0.3, expecting 0.1, so a little light in wholesale inventories. Again, I mean, sure that, you know, we dropped about 40 points or so, but nothing significant. Probably just got us a little downward momentum. The HFTs, the algos, and the stop runs kind of took us from there. So we'll kind of see what the next move is. But yeah, guys, we take a quick look at my charts here. We're going to pull up and look at three other instruments. First, we talked yesterday about, I'm going to pull up we got a 60-minute chart of oil here. So this nice little wedge pattern, flag pattern, pennant pattern, whatever you want to call it, yesterday. We broke out above it. We retested this downward line, but however, this really doesn't work anymore on this chart. So if we can kind of make a couple of adjustments here, again, technical analysis is both art and science, guys. So we kind of have sort of a new pattern beginning to form here. A little bit of and this is kind of a true pennant pattern. So didn't mean to do that. So we'll kind of see where we end up from here. I think oil is priming for a big move, guys. I think it's going to be to the upside. I don't know if we're going back up to 72 or 73, but I do think a nice 66 breakout takes us to 69 or 70 very, very quickly. So I think that's something I'm going to be watching both from a day-end swing trading perspective. We look at gold. I'll be honest, guys, gold has not been much of a trader for me after about the first 2 months of the year. I don't think I've made a trade in gold since February. So I've kept an eye on it, but there's been, in my career, you know, I used to even watch some of the small cap gold miners in the 2X and 3X ETFs. I just don't see anything that gets me excited for this. I'm going to start breaking down gold on a little shorter time frame. I think maybe coming off the 4 hour and the 1 hour, maybe going down to the 30 or 15 minutes just to see if we can see some patterns developing. But the price action in general, I haven't been a fan of. I do want to take a quick look here at the Russell. So the Russell 2000, for those that don't know, it's the IWM is the ETF. The Russell itself index is mid and small caps. Excuse me. So basically, even though I don't trade the Russell, I've only made probably 2 or 3 trades in the Russell in my career in the futures contract, but it is a good indicator of the market's appetite for risk. Small cap, medium cap companies are going to be a little riskier than large caps. So when you see the Russell rally, and it can be a nice little sign that investors, especially longer term investors, see an appetite for risk, right? They're not seeing maybe as big a run up in the large caps as they are the small and mid caps. Small and mid caps, sometimes they're the first things to run, sometimes they're the last things to run. But when they're running, it's usually a good indication of the market's appetite for risk. And so here, guys, a 2160 breakout, I think, does take us back to the 2180 level. Probably take a couple of days to get there. But if the markets if we see the ES, NQ, whatever market index that you watch, if we're seeing new all-time highs hitting across the board over the course of the rest of the week and into next week, into the 4th of July holiday, I would expect that the Russell also makes moves back towards all-time highs. So from a swing trader's perspective, I really like both oil and Russell long. From day traders, have to kind of wait and see a setup. So that's kind of where we're at with those guys. But yeah, we are 45 minutes to the New York Open. We've already got a little profit going on here, so it's a good start to the morning, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get here. Buyers are kind of stepping in here. We do still have some sellers sitting at that 60 area, which are starting to leave now. But I do just have my stop at break even, a little below break even. So still in the profits on this. But I am curious to see how we're gonna play out today. We've been having these massive moves to the upside, and it's been a strong market. So it kind of makes it hard to fade anything. Even though yesterday we did get a nice drop, but we did kind of, I mean, we essentially recovered that whole move. So we are right now flirting with previous day high. And so this is going to be a key area for me. Are we going to be able to hold this? I think, I could switch long very quickly. You guys have seen me play shorts. You guys have seen me play longs and very much switch my sentiment. And I think, as traders, that's the biggest thing we have to be aware of is like what is happening in the market, right? You don't want to just have one bias and stick to it the whole day because that can quickly change. So you have to be agile. You have to be able to look at both sides of the market, because for every smart trader who's going long, there's an equally smart trader who's going short. So you got to look at both sides and understand what's happening from a price action standpoint and be able to switch your bias if you need to. So, again, we're not here to predict the market. We're here to react. So, this is one of those things right now where I'm seeing, bulls are starting to pick up here, and we're kind of retracing the 50 point we're retracing to halfway of this candle, right? So whenever we get something like this, we could see a reaction in this area, right? We could see some sort of push up or a rejection. So this is kind of what I'm looking for in this mark here. Like I said, I have my stop sitting at 62, which I might get stopped out here, but I'm curious to see how we're going to react in this area. Otherwise, we could just continue moving up. The only thing with the volume is I'm noticing we're kind of we're struggling with the volume. So we want to see a push up in the volume and make sure that we're going to be able to get through that. So I did just get stopped out on that, but we do have we have volume picking up here. So let's see, guys. We're, again, this is going to be a day where we just kind of have to wait and see what happens in the market. We're pretty much taking back this whole move right now. So sellers I see keep stepping in or trying to step in, but who knows? Bulls might take it today.
I mean, that's why it's so important to take your profits too. I mean, you did take off some of your position. I took off my position down there at VWAP. Because otherwise it just gets stuck in this waiting for more. And that's, I think, a really, really powerful thing I learned over the years. I always in the beginning tried to go for like 100-point moves and 200-point moves because I saw all these influencers do it, and I realized, well, I'm not hitting a lot of trades. Like, not a lot of trades are hitting TP. So actually setting realistic profit targets for day trading made me profitable ultimately. But I think because of the trading that we already did while we were doing the intro, we completely missed out on going through our levels and actually analyzing what we're looking at today, or we just partially did. So I'm just gonna start this really quick with the London session recap here. Today during the London session, I took two trades.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, Nick. Can we request you do the London session review in an English accent?
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
it's only fair.
Yeah, so during the London session, I took two trades. Yeah, and basically, so we had the London session here start at 3 a.m. EST, right? And we had this big push up to the upside, which at that point was the high. Yeah, but I can't do that. but yeah. Anyways, we had this push to the upside, came back down, and I thought I could short the shit out of this market. I had a pretty good risk to reward on this, to be fair. I traded this usual bear flag setup here. Just going to draw this out for you. Waited for the 1 minute candle close, entered the trade as usual. And I had a pretty good risk to reward, 10.25 point stop. So very, very tight stop on this. Got stopped out on the first trade. Then went into a bull flag for a long. Again, the usual setup. Wait, I'll make this bigger for you guys so you can actually see it. There we go. We had a push to the upside, consolidation, breakout candle, entered the long. And then I was up, I think about 20 points and started trailing my stop. Basically, after we made this new low here, higher low, I trailed my stop below that and then got stopped out for like 5 points. So in total, today during the London session, I had like a 5-point loss, which is completely fine because the market after that was extremely flat. So no more setups for me. However, we did have this rising wedge here, which was a pretty clean setup. And then we had the 8:30 news come out that Merrim already mentioned, and these news started to break that wedge here. And as soon as we did a little bit of a retracement, retested it, and then dropped down, I took my trade here. I'm actually going to show that too here on Tradeify. Had my entry on like the sell at 22,553, and then bought it at 22,529. So yeah, it was a pretty clean trade. And now let's get into, there we go, into the levels for the day from my end on NQ. Most significant levels, we have the previous day high that we're sitting at right now. And I do really wonder if we're going to hold that or not, if the bulls can defend that and actually push it higher, or if we first need to drop a little bit lower. I mean, still a very significant level that I already mentioned 2 days ago, as well as yesterday, is the 22,500 level. So we could also see a move back down there to grab some liquidity and then push up. But again, I'm open for shorts, especially after this nice wedge break here. I'm also open for longs if that's what's going to happen. As usual, you're going to see me wait for the first 15 minutes before I take trades here during the US session. To the upside, another important level is the 22,631 level, because if I go back here on the 4-hour chart, that is where I took this level from here, where we have multiple rejections. However, we also got to consider we had contract rollover, so this is not as reliable as if we had actually traded this same contract during that time. But I still marked it out. So 22,631 is an important level for me. And then as said, previous day high and previous day mid, as well as the 22,500.
Awesome. Nice.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed all that. Can you start over?
Do it all over in a London accent or an English accent.
Dang it.
Do it 3 more times in 3 different accents. That's what I'm asking.
It's funny, I realized when I'm speaking in an English accent, I speak way slower. It's so hard to keep speed up.
Oh man.
All right. Well, thanks for that. So, Miriam, are you still in your trade?
Oh no, I'm not.
Okay.
I got stopped out. But we are kind of rejecting this area here. We did reject the top of my trend line at 63. So right now, again, this previous day high is still holding. I do want to see if bulls or bears are going to take over here. This is kind of the penalty area that I'm looking for. I wouldn't look to initiate a trade necessarily here, even though this trend line rejection could just essentially be a really good play actually to continue this move to the downside. We did get a nice liquidity grab here, and now we're again still struggling with previous day highs. So I do want to see how we're gonna take out this move, whether we continue more to the downside. It looks like an H formation is trying to start forming here, which is bearish. But again, as long as we hold yesterday or previous day's high, I think bulls will take over and eventually get us back up to this 85 level. But again, we've been making these bigger moves in the pre-market, so I'd be curious to see how we kind of handle this. And I know, like, part of me whenever I see a move like this, right, I want to look for shorts because we do feel a little bit extended, but the trend is your friend too, guys, right? You don't want to just look at a move that is significant to one side and be like, oh, I'm going to just take the opposite because it seems like, we're too extended. And that's not the case here. You want to take calculated risks and make sure that you're playing these correctly and well. So again, these are just the levels that I'm looking for. I think the next really safest area you would look for us to break if we get back down here is this VWAP break, which is also, this candle right here that we got a nice little grab on. So, but right now, again, this is not where I would be initiating a trade whatsoever. I would look for a possibility of us, getting back above this 570 area and then, making this push up to the pre-market highs. So we'll see what we get, but.
Absolutely. So for all of you that were paying attention, yesterday, obviously, we talked about a very big announcement here at Tradeify. The 10 days to payout rule has been cut to 7 days. And actually, I saw on social media yesterday where I already had a couple people take some 5-figure payouts that were not eligible until the thing dropped to 7. If for some reason you're in here, I want to call you guys out and say congratulations. If anyone by the way, we always say on the show, if anyone passes their first eval or takes their first payout with Tradeify, we want to hear about it in the chat because we want to acknowledge you. We take time to acknowledge those small victories. We don't throw a party, we don't celebrate, but we take 2 or 3 minutes and we just say, hey, good job. what's your next goal? Like, what's next, right? You know, one of my favorite shows of all time is the West Wing, and that was Jed Bartlett, the president in that show, played by Martin Sheen. Is, you know, okay, what's next, right? And then trading is very much like that. What's next? What are you going to learn next? Which indicator are you going to pay attention to, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, as far as all that, guys, we really we congratulate all of you guys that are making progress, and make sure you let us know. 6 days away for payout. Well, okay, that's great.
We love it. We love it. Oh, we are really seeing this rejection. So congratulations to anyone who is still in the. I know I see some people in the chat mentioning that they're still in the short, but yeah, unfortunately I got stopped out of mine. So we'll see. If we can clear VWAP though, I will be interested in re-entering this position. But right now, bulls are not doing such a great job trying to hold this previous day high. We did get like I said, we got a nice rejection of the trend line and the 9 EMA. This orange line that you see on my charts. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to see how we play out. But Nick, are you looking at anything in particular today?
I mean, I want to see them shorts, you know.
Yeah, I said I want to see them shorts.
I tried to short already during the London session, but now with that rising wedge pattern that broke, I feel like I could actually get it today. I mean, just for the fun of it, we have to go back to the 22,420 level, right? Just for a little degen here in the background.
That was such a banger trade that Lil Nicky.
That was an amazing trade. He was down. His
you
drawdown
wasn't even in it.
No, but his drawdown would have been like not even 5 points for a 100-point TP hit. That is. Like, that's crazy. Come on, we gotta give it up to Lil Degen here.
Yeah, that was a solid call out. But
yeah, but I would love to see the shorts today, honestly. But obviously, as usual, waiting for confirmation for that. Definitely a move below VWAP would support that thesis. But hey, let's see where it takes us, I guess.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
We'll see.
Okay.
We got Brett in the house. Good morning, Brett.
Good morning. I really am tempted to actually re-enter this sooner.
Well,
we do have a few Fed speakers going on right now. I'm not exactly sure where, but I'm seeing quotes from Daly, Goolsby, and for all you short fans out there, Barkin is talking as well.
Oh, Barkin be barkin'.
Yeah, I told you, Barkin shorts the market and then walks to the microphone. I have no doubt on that. Every single time that dude opens his mouth. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, sometimes when you get caught in one of these, the algos can pick up on something, and you know, if you're on the wrong side, it's not very fun.
Looks like we're good for potentially a move down towards VWAP on the NQ.
Yeah, looks like it.
I'd like to see a little pulse down, but so we basically dropped down to this to VWAP. We bounced almost directly off of VWAP, and then within 15 minutes we rejected the +1 standard deviation. So I think it's going to be interesting to see kind of where we go from there. So +1 standard dev sitting up at about 65, VWAP sitting down at about 522 to 25 area by the time it gets down there. So keep your eyes on that. That might set the tone for the opening hour or so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And also, guys, we do have some sick giveaways today. Actually, we're going to give away a total of 10 accounts for free. So make sure that you smash that like button really quick, because we're going to do our little early flash giveaway here once we reach 250 likes. All right, so smash that like button really quick so we can do a first giveaway.
Nice.
We got the goodies coming. All right.
I love it. Market outlook today looks like it is overall to the highs. All right. I feel like there's a lot of bulls in the chat.
It's always the case. Like every single time we do this poll, it's bulls.
I need to see my bear friends in here. Where y'all at?
So Jesse, good question. So what's your opinion on VWAP bounce standard deviation? Very much a chop feeling. Yeah. So guys, honestly, there are days, because I think Miriam alluded to this a couple days ago, where VWAP is just not, it's not respected, right? The lines, the levels are just not quite respected, right? And then there's days or times, especially when the volume is lower, when VWAP really does act as either support or resistance, or even some kind of a magnet pinning level. So yeah, it just kind of depends on the day. If I see, for example, just one potential trade, if I see VWAP get rejected, right? So like we just saw that at the coming off the data, we went straight down and tapped VWAP. So I will tell you, if we roll back down there, if we roll back down there, I might take a short trade beforehand, but I would definitely be looking for a break of VWAP at that point. I mean, if it double bottoms at double bottoms, and you can get out with a little bit of a little bit of profit. But in this scenario, guys, I think between VWAP and +1 standard deviation, where we've already rejected both, I think that's going to set a really good tone for us.
Yeah.
So let's see kind of where we head here. Yeah, there's some buy-in, some strength coming in here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're forming a little bit of a triangle here.
Yeah, we're squeezing.
Squeezing, yeah. I miss Coach Tank.
Yeah, well, we need to get him back.
Oh, there he is. He put him up on screen for you.
Thank you, Drew. Now I feel better.
We just need to get a couple recordings of on the soundboard of Coach Tank, just like saying something soothing to calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, we still need to figure out that soundboard thing. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it.
All right.
Also,
So,
guys, we just reached 250 likes. We can do a flash giveaway.
Nice.
But go for it, Matt. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll go over to my charts here real quick. We'll take a look at some of the big boys in the stocks. Obviously, the Mag 7, the big boys are move on the ES and the NQ quite a bit. When I look at stocks, guys, I always like to default to a daily chart. So Tesla kind of coming off these, you see we formed not quite a double top, but we definitely have a little bit of a trend line up here. Needs to get back up to 360 to really resume that run up. As Elon has faded further and further into the background, he's not really part of the political thing right now. However, we do know he likes attention, so he's not going to stay quiet for long on whatever cause he's going to be on at any given moment. But as far as the big movers today, Tesla already down almost 4% in the pre-market. Oracle as well. The Intel chart looking for potential pop up here again. Not necessarily one of the Mag 7, but it's big tech stocks. So we always want to keep an eye on it. Costco, of course, $1.50 hot dogs. Who doesn't love Costco, right? As far as what's moving up today, NVIDIA is in full-on breakout mode and really has been for the last couple of sessions. Once it broke above this 144 to 145 level, and guys, NVIDIA seems to keep itself in the news in mostly a positive way. So this, again, this is a futures trading show, so we're not necessarily going to give stock picks or anything like that. But this is the type of chart where it is a breakout until it's not. So if this is something you're looking at from a stock and options play, it looks great for a continued move up. But again, when you get to new short-term, long-term, or all-time highs, you've got to be careful. Again, it's a see green, take green mentality at that point. But the fact that NVIDIA and AMD are running so hard this morning is probably, and Google's up over 2%. Microsoft a little green as well. That could, those can do heavy lifting. You get if Tesla were to turn around today, Tesla, NVIDIA, and AMD all pull in the same direction on the NQ. That could see us in a bit of a breakout scenario there. But we'll continue to keep an eye on some of the big movers of the day. Any of the Mag 7 that make news, we'll be sure to get that to you throughout the day. Other than some Fed comments this morning, though, guys, not a whole lot in the news section here. Boy, we're getting a nice roll here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's watch you up here. Curious.
Yeah, and also let's do that first little flash giveaway to reward our early birds who are already here supporting Tradeify TV. As usual, guys, you have to make sure that you have liked the stream. You have to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And once we drop the keyword, you only type it once, not twice, not 3 times, because you are going to get disqualified. All right. The keyword and the giveaway is going to be 2 50K growth accounts. All right. The keyword is going to be shorts. Just shorts, because we want to see those shorts today. And yesterday that seemed to work. We influenced the market.
It did. Yeah. Ooh.
We are the market makers, yeah. Nikolai Hendrickson, yes, I usually only trade flag breakouts and setups like wedges, for example, but they don't happen as often. Let's see who the 2 lucky winners are for a 50K growth account. We're going to give you about a minute more to enter here.
Well, these first top of the morning giveaways here at Tradeify TV. You come in, you catch us for the pre-market. Well, we already Miriam's already was in a trade when we came on the air, but I'm sure she's going to be in a couple more at some point. And so you're getting some trades, you're getting some analysis, and a free growth account if you can win the flash giveaway here. So best of luck to all of you. I can't wait for somebody to turn this into a 5-figure payday. It's going to happen. Sooner or later, law of averages is going to happen. Why not let it be you?
Exactly. Yeah, we want to see those wins, guys.
Always. All right. Drew, whenever you feel like pressing that button, feel free to press that button. All right, we got TD Garage for our first, that's our first winner for a 50K growth account. Congratulations. Make sure to type something in the chat really quick so we can reach out to you.
Congrats.
Also, make sure you add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can actually email you the code. And second winner for a 50K growth account is Z Rooney. Congratulations. You also won a 50K growth account. Also, make sure to type something in the chat really quick and add your email to the YouTube channel description. Congrats, guys.
Congratulations.
And guys, if you win, first of all, of course, make sure your email is in your YouTube description. But also, guys, we usually get the email sent out pretty quick. We had a couple times where somebody's asked about it, and it just turns out it's in their spam folder. And so make sure you check that because obviously the email's coming from a company that you may be subscribed to our email list. But if you haven't exchanged any emails with Tradeify, your wonderful sorting, especially if you're in Gmail like I am, seems to dump everything into the spam folder. So make sure you check that. And if you don't see anything, of course, reach out to support and let them know, and they'll get you all squared away. But little Nicky's usually pretty good about that when he's not on stream crushing shorts. So
absolutely. All
right, so we're kind of making this move back down towards VWAP, bouncing here at sort of the 30 to 35 level. I'll tell you guys, our dev width is only 40 between VWAP and +1 standard deviation, and that's not uncommon in the pre-market. I need to see kind of a breakout or breakdown, but I am bullish today, despite the recent news that has brought us down here. I think if we crack back above +1 standard deviation, it could be one of those days where we see a lot of excuse me, sorry, I'm catching up on a couple things, guys. One of those trend days to the upside, right? Trend. Also, guys, we do have a little bit of earnings this week. We have Nike after the close here. Let's pull up Nike's. Let's see if I organize these by symbol. I'm sure I can. There we go. Nike. Nike's been a little bit of a chop trader, guys. I actually used to trade Nike options way back in the day. And we're just really sort of sandwiched between 60 and 65. So if they were to really disappoint in earnings based on where this is, we could roll below 60. So let's keep an eye on that. I'm trying to see what other earnings we have today. Earnings are kind of tailing off just a little bit, guys. We're going to get deep into earnings here in about the next 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to talk about previous day's earnings and some of the goings on in the economic news as we go forward. So make sure you catch us for that, especially the big boys. We have that group of tech earnings that always comes usually about 2 weeks after earnings season starts, and then we go. Then there's a break, and then like Nvidia just likes having a whole month to themselves, right? Like usually they go like 6 weeks out. And then there's Apple's annoying ass who always wants to do their earnings like they wait till every other earnings call is done, and then they want to start theirs. And it's like, damn, like Steve Jobs ain't there anymore, guys. You're not that fucking important anymore. So let's just tell us what the numbers on, and we can. And I say this as a lifetime Apple user too.
Yeah, right.
It is what it is. You're just you haven't innovated that damn phone in 10 years. So I'm not trying to hear anything from you other than your subscription numbers. So, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, and Ice Matcha, NKE was a trader for a while there. I think the only one of the things Nike's quality has just gone to shit in the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
I used to buy all sorts of Nike stuff, and like literally the last group of like workout shirts and stuff, I like fell apart after like a year. I'm like, okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't doing too hot. The last, like I think it was like last year or something, their stock was not too hot. But their options, I can't imagine how slow their options must have been moving.
Well, they didn't used to be. That was the
Mm.
thing. They used to be pretty good movers, and we've talked in this show. Miriam, I know you're the same way. Get started in options, right? Because unless you're bringing $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 into your brokerage account, the way to get the most leverage and make the most money as a retail trader was an option. So
Yeah.
that was something I looked at pretty good. Oh yeah, the option delta on those things has got to be like pennies now. But they used to be. They used to be really tradable, right? I think Adidas was for a while too. The sneaker apparel companies were prior to the pandemic, when the economy was really kind of roaring. Luxury goods and premium goods like that were becoming more and more like in trend and more available and affordable to more and more people. They were really running, and then sort of the reorganization we had of the economy towards the tech sector with COVID really hurt those companies, right? And again, for something like I always used to say this when one of the sports leagues would go on strike or lock out their players. I mean, this cost the NHL a whole generation of growth, right? And Nike and the big boys are the same way. Don't ever let people figure out that they can survive without you. Right? Like as soon as people realize, I don't really need a $60 t-shirt or this, that, especially for those that the economy tightened on a lot during COVID. That became a big thing, and I really think they've struggled to rebound since, and not just Nike, but the apparel companies in general.
Yeah, apparel did get quite a hit. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these earnings play out, especially obviously a lot of these are in part of the NASDAQ. So what moves the NASDAQ. So we'll see.
Yeah, the NASDAQ.
That's gonna be interesting.
Dang.
Nasty NASDAQ.
You're on one today, Matt.
Oh yeah. No fucks Matt showed up to work today, so.
Well, I love that version of you, so we're good.
Somebody bought me one of those candles years ago, and it's one of those little custom candles. It was just a small one, but it said, "Look, it's my last fuck. Oh, look, it's on fire."
I love those. I love those ones.
But yeah, no, I think it's good because I think we're going to have. It's been a tradable week so far, right? We've had 3 days. We've had a lot of opportunities. I think it's going to be another tradable day today. And, I always talk about the 80-20 rule. Like the vast majority of your money in trading, if you have a systematic approach and it's not based on catalyst events or anything like that, 80% of days are going to go a certain way, right? You're going to get, movement within technical levels. You're going to see some irrationality. Every day has that. But in general, VWAP's going to be respected. Your key support resistance areas are going to be respected. And then there's 20% days where the market is just, or especially the NQ, as we like to refer to it, as a monkey on meth, right? And probably on monkey on meth with a bourbon chaser on certain days, right?
Yeah.
And so, those are the days that's hard. Yeah, you can YOLO and eval and pass, one of those bullshit one-day pass things at some point, right? And then pay your, $200 something activation fee or whatever those companies are doing now. But, the whole kind of concept of trading within certain technical levels, the days stack up like that. And I think today is going to be another one that'll give us 4 in a row off of last week's kind of weird price action. But it is Tradeify TV. We will have at least 30 minutes of barcode action. That's about the only guarantee we can make you on a day-to-day basis here. But it's been a great trading week, guys, and I expect that to continue today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy that it's already Thursday, though. I mean,
It goes by so fast, right?
It does.
We start the stream on Monday, and the next stream we start, it's Friday, and we're like, what? Wait, what happened? I mean, it's a good sign, right?
Oh, love it. Yeah, I love it. And this right now, this is what I'm watching. I'm just waiting for this VWAP to break, and I just kind of have my head on a swivel, just waiting for it. But we'll see. We're like I said, buyers are kind of struggling to me right now. We did make this nice little H pattern here, which I would expect continuation of this, to be honest. VWAP is that line in the sand where buyers really just still have to, prove their worth essentially. But yeah, we could get this nice wick to the downside and continuation that will send us all the way really to the 480s. So they got to hold it. They got to hold it here. I'm kind of watching this.
We both are.
We're both,
for-
we're both just like
looking for those shorts. Yeah, our heads constantly going like this.
yeah. But it's been a great week. It's been a really good week. And, on days like this, I think, you just have to, you're going towards the end of the week. You're going towards, if you had a good week, you don't want to be oversizing at any point. You don't want to get too confident, right? I think that's the biggest thing is like when you have such good weeks or good days, the overconfidence can start to really settle in, and that's when you can really get into trouble. So don't let that take over at any point.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So we're about 15 minutes to the open here. Nick, Miriam, what are you guys looking for at the open in the indexes?
Shorts.
Yeah, I'm really watching this. I'm really watching this level right now. We have, so another one of these plays, you guys hear me talk about gap plays a lot, right? Another version of that is you can play wicks, right? So you see this wick right here that we got a nice strong push to the upside, but then we kind of failed this 50% retracement. And so for me, I would actually be looking for bears to potentially fill the rest of this wick. And again, that would put us below VWAP. So I would actually expect a continuation through that. So right now I'm looking at book maps. We do have some buyers sitting at 520, but not a strong amount. You could argue that 515 would be a level that we could possibly find buyers at, but we're just kind of consolidating right now. I'm looking at the 1 minute. We're really not moving. We're not doing anything. And so for me to be bullish, right? I think that's something that, everyone today is bullish on the day. And I know, Matt, you are as well. But for me to actually be convinced on the bullish side, I want to see us get back above this previous day high. We could possibly get a nice move to the downside. That could be the only short that we get for today. But if we get continuation, we really, like I said, we have room down to this 480, at least like 490 area, and then possibly the previous day low, which again is sitting another 100 points down. So we have it at 384 or so. So we could get a nice flush to the downside, but then a nice little recovery to the upside. But again, I think that level is going to be this 550 area for bulls to really find acceptance above, and then continue towards the upside. And we do have room to the 600 level if you are a bull for today. So that's going to be on watch today. But I'm watching this very closely, and we're just still really consolidating in this area. So
but it looks like on a 1 minute, it looks like it wants to break to the downside.
It totally does.
I expect it to touch VWAP very, very soon, actually.
We're right there. I mean, we're right there.
Yeah, seven points down to VWAP, and then obviously a break of that would be nice. And then I start looking for actual short entries. I mean, keep in mind I already took a short here from the 2250 553 level, but exited that fully. So let's see what happens. But as usual, like I want to see the first 50-minute range form before I look for any other trades, to be honest.
I'm not a huge 15-minute orb trader, but I agree. I think today's breakdown of those first 15, 30, and 60 minutes are really going to set tone and set direction for the day. Barring any sort of news or comments, I have not seen the president's schedule today. So if he gets in front of he's home or back in the U.S. now. If he gets in front of a mic at any point during the morning, if he doesn't want to talk about the Iran-Israel thing. Obviously he was kind of going on Powell for a little bit. I did see a comment yesterday. He says he already has 3 or 4 people in mind to replace Powell. I'm assuming he means next year when Powell's term is up. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens there. So we'll kind of keep in mind on that. So we are just
we got a crazy candle there. Did we get
a candle?
On that? Yeah, we got.
I have not seen anything. Let me
certainly way more volume than on all the other ones.
Yeah, that was a poppy candle.
A good old murder candle. Looks like an 1107 candle to me. You know what? It was at 917. See? 17 again. J-Power is doing it again.
You are forever scarred by that candle.
Yep.
Yeah, we keep rejecting though this previous day high, so Let's see.
JB, am I the only one who likes Powell and wonders the risk of a new Fed? Well, yeah, there's always a risk of a new Fed chair. You might be the only one who likes Powell. I don't know. I think I've joked that's the one thing that seems to unite the right and the left in this country now is none of them like. To be fair, though, even before like this sort of toxic phase of politics we've been in for the last 10, 12 years or so, or actually probably before that, we like nobody liked the Fed chair, right? Like, yes, I can go back. I can remember even, I wouldn't say, the previous presidents made quite as many comments as Trump did, but I remember W. Bush, Obama, all, most of the presidents complaining about Fed policy and this or that over the years. So I think that's something, it has been a hard time to be Fed president. We can't take away from that. And the fact that, I know we're not in, we've had a little negative GDP growth, but we're not really in a recession. So I guess you can credit a lot of politics and a lot of policy, monetary policy for that. But I don't know. It's in this era of, as I said, we're not in a 24-hour news cycle anymore. We're in about a 2 to 3 hour news cycle day to day. It's half of the news now is who gets blame and or credit for just about everything. So as traders, we stay out of that bullshit, guys. We don't care. We just want market movement and market direction like we've seen so far this week. He gives us that. Powell can do a press conference in board shorts, in a tank top, and in sunglasses, and I don't give a shit, right? Like I just make the markets move, monkey man, right? Like that's all I really care about.
I love it. Oh man.
Oh, Alan Greenspan. Yeah, I think Alan Greenspan missed his calling as like a hypnotist, because that man speaks and I want to go to sleep. Like not like, oh, I can hear him talk for 2 or 3 minutes and fade up. No, he's like halfway through his first sentence and my eyes are getting really heavy. That is one of the most boring individuals I've seen in my entire life. I mean, seemed to do a good job. I'm not an economist. We're not economists. We don't really know. I got a B in my college economics course, so it's like I kind of know it, but I'm not an expert. So yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, honestly, they all kind of put me to sleep.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah. Well, did you see during, I think while Powell was speaking 2 days ago, actually Joker 13 told me about it. In the background, there was a guy, like a young guy. He was just sitting there and he was falling asleep like 4 or 5 times. It was so funny.
Nice.
So even the people in the room with him,
Oh man.
We're about 8 minutes and 25 seconds out of the market open here. I feel like we're gonna stay within that little range here of 529 and 564 until market open. But
Yeah, ES right now is kind of respecting this top trend line here. So I would want to see if we can at least break above this and continue. I think ES's level would be that 168, at minimum like 160. Yeah, let's call it 168. I would want to see us break above. NASDAQ is just going to be this very clear resistance here at this 555 level. So that's what I'll be looking for. But typically we tend to get a nice little move in about 3 minutes. I've been noticing that. So we'll get a nice little move. And obviously we'll be open in less than 8 minutes. So yeah, these are the levels. These are the levels that I think bulls need to find acceptance above. Right now we are above
APR on the NQ is tightening up as well. We're down below 15 now, which is sort of no trade territory for me. Now that'll expand pretty quickly, obviously, once we open. But I want to see. I don't even care if it initially gets rejected. I want to see. I'd prefer to see a breakout above +1 standard deviation. So one potential trade idea I would say is, so we're looking at sort of this level up here at about 585 as our session high. Would love to see us break above here, make a run at 600, maybe break 600 by just 5, 6, 7 points, retrace back down, and then on a new high, especially if it's in like sort of the 595 to 605 range, that could entice me into a trade fairly quickly if we pop at the open. If it drops, I'm going to give it a little chance, but I would love to see a break, retest, and go to the downside of VWAP. So I think we've got a potential ideas queued up on both sides. But as much as I don't like to trade in the first 15 minutes, I will take a trade, but I won't typically in the first 3 to 5. So we got to see where that initial surge of price action goes, and that's something that's been kind of a consistent, not every day, but most days the last couple of weeks we get that 9:30 surge when the New York session opens. So let's see if that sets the direction for the day, or if we've done some days we have a big candle in the opening 5-15 minutes, and then we turn around and we spend the next hour taking that candle out. So
Yeah.
either way though, guys, I think we're gonna see some really nice setups today like we've had all week.
And then comes the Tradeify TV barcode action.
Yes. Well, you know what? I give the market permission to barcode in the last hour, but in the meantime, it needs to shut the fuck up and do what it wants to do.
Yeah, hopefully we don't get that, but
well, to be fair, that short from the wedge break, that was already a pretty nice setup. So if we can get like 2 or 3 more like that, I mean, I would be a very, very happy man. I mean, Miriam, yesterday you took like how many trades? 5? 4?
I took 4 trades, but I definitely took more than 3. It was more than my normal.
You crushed it on all of them. Like yesterday was massive, huh?
It was a good day. It was a good day. It's been a good week. Yeah, so I'm happy with the week so far, but it's been a rough market, that's for sure. Last week was definitely harder, I would say.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Good
Yeah,
times,
we'll
good times. So Nick,
Also,
what's for dinner tonight?
What's that?
What's for dinner tonight?
It's a good question. My girlfriend is on holiday, so.
You said you're on holiday?
He says
my
girlfriend's on
girlfriend
holiday.
is on holiday.
Wait,
It's
you
tough.
can't work a damn stove?
For real?
Like, that's an interesting answer to that question.
He's like, I haven't eaten since last week.
I haven't eaten since she's gone last Saturday. No, I'm kidding.
She left me chips and Pop-Tarts. I'm through them all.
Yeah, he's just been going to Panda Express this whole time.
I wish, but we don't have that in Switzerland. Oh man. Yeah, if I would have a Panda Express in Switzerland, dude.
We'll do a meetup over in Switzerland, and Mary and I will stuff our suitcases full of Panda Express for you.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Probably won't be good by the time we gets there, but it's worth it.
I can microwave it. I'm fine.
Microwave. Gross. I think it's already microwaved, so.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Fair enough. No, but actually, I think it's sushi tonight. What about you, Matt?
I love sushi. I love
love
sushi. I don't know yet. Actually, I'm running to the grocery store after the show to pick up some things.
Well, you first need to have breakfast, right? Or lunch, at least.
Yeah, I don't usually eat before the show.
I don't eat.
Really?
Wow.
Well, I would have to eat around like 3 in the morning for me to actually have breakfast. But yeah, not eating before the show. I got my matcha, my collagen peptides, and it's a good day.
Thai food. I love Thai food. One of my favorite dishes is a good pad Thai. Love it.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great for sure. But guys, actually, 2 things. First of all, in 3 minutes, we have the market open. And also, that leaves everybody here in the stream with 3 minutes that they can use to smash that like button really quick and subscribe to the channel, because we're going to have a lot more giveaways coming today. We also are going to have marble racing, obviously. Duh. So make sure to smash that like button really quick, because we love to give stuff away if you show the love.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. So we are 2.5 minutes. I think it's guys. I think it's going to be a good session. I'm predicting that right now. I think we're going to get some really nice movement. May take us a little bit to determine direction. There may be a fake out move or two, but again, we're trending up pretty nice to start the session. You see, guys, this +1 standard deviation off VWAP has been respected pretty much all day until this news came out. So if the markets decide the news is much ado about nothing, which I don't know if they have yet, but if we get back above +1 standard deviation, that to me is basically nullifies this candle, at least as being, an overly bearish trend setter. And at that point, I think if we especially if we get above the 580 to 585 level, 600's on deck pretty quick, and after that, if we can push through, we'll be good to go. We got marble races coming. Calm down, chat.
Relax.
When is marble race? Yeah.
Don't have a connect shit.
Hey, when y'all gonna throw them marbles up on the screen? We fucking love those things.
Well, I I feel like with marble races, you either love them or you hate them. It's like some people
I think a lot of our viewers love to hate them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really a good description. Oh, there comes the pre-market open, market open, the usual 28, 29 candle.
Let's see if ES can actually like
Got a minute and 10
clear this
seconds
trend
left.
line. I might play ES today.
What?
I know. It hasn't been getting a lot of love from me, so.
I know it called me earlier. It's like, is Miriam mad at me?
Is she okay? She love me anymore?
I said she's currently making the NQ her bitch, so she'll get back to you later.
Oh yeah, you're no longer my side chick. Sorry, you've been replaced.
Yeah, yes, in the doghouse right now.
You need to prove something to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe today. Maybe.
I told it, go put on something sexy and see what happens. But other than that, I said, you're kind of an afterthought right now.
I don't think ES knows what sexy is.
No, the ES is about as unsexy as the index.
Like, what is that?
All right, guys, let's lock in. We got 15 seconds until market open. Matt, you got your voice ready?
I'm always ready, brother. I'm always ready.
Nice.
All right, guys. So we are 5, 4, 3. We're bringing the energy today, guys. Ding, ding, motherfuckers.
And we're off.
And
oh, wait, no, that's the marble
off.
sound.
Still rejecting. Lots of fighting happening here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Indecisive for now.
Very wiki.
Not like our 200-point straight shooting up opens from the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, very different from that. Very different from that. I want to see if we're going to accept above this trend line here on ES. Still looking like it wants to try to go for it, but bears are relentless. They're like, you shall not pass. Sorry.
Nope. That was a little bit of a retest of that wedge there on NQ at 566.
Yeah. I'm gonna be watching this VWAP level here.
Yeah, if VWAP breaks, I would be happy. I want to see the blood today.
I do too. You and me both.
You and me against Matt. Can we have the bear on screen, Drew, please? We need the bear. Give us the bear.
There it is.
Hear that?
You was quick with it too.
Well, Drew is always quick. Drew is on fire, you know? Shout out to Drew here.
Shout out to Drew.
Producer Drew.
Yes, trying to find acceptance here above this 168 level. Let's see. Got some sellers sitting at 170 and then 174 and 178.
Very BS candle to start the day. We'll see where it ends up.
Mm-hmm. What is this?
Yeah, I will be looking for potential shorts here. Not looking too hot for both futures right now. ES does kind of look like it's a little bit stronger than NASDAQ. But you know, still not able to clear this trend line. So I will be watching for shorts.
There we go.
Here.
There we go.
Just a nice little clear, but not enough juice to get us through here
Yet. We'll get it. Let's give it some time. I mean, to the downside, 22,503 is definitely an important target, important level. And then previous day midpoint at 22,466. If we do close below VWAP and actually start making that move to the downside, that is an if question.
Yeah, ES. The other thing too is the only reason I wouldn't want to short Nasdaq is because ES is still above its VWAP. I think if we get the sell below 157, 158 area on ES, I think it'll be a good short for both. The Nasdaq will be able to pull it. These are the sort of moves that I watch for because I'm like I'm not really liking when I see, you know,
Also,
one stronger than the other.
Also, ES is like very close to the top there.
To its highs, yeah.
Yeah. So it looks way stronger than Nasdaq right now.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. This is not the sort of move I want to see though on futures. They're not in sync at all.
Nope. But we had that for the last couple weeks. It seems to be a common theme.
I know, Pro Loco, my brain is a little off today, but yes, divergence is what I was looking for. And this is like, they're not in sync at all. They're not in sync. Look at how Nasdaq just really wants to reject here. ES is really trying to push to the upside. Nasdaq is barely above VWAP. This is not the kind of price action I want to see.
But there's volume. There's a battle going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. But it's really interesting that ES is pushing so hard, trying to break that high of 6171, while NQ is trying to not fall.
Yeah. You know, these moves that we keep getting below, look belows and fails of this VWAP level, is telling me that, you know, bulls are really trying to hold this, especially on the moves that we're trying to see on ES here. But I don't know, part of me just doesn't trust it yet.
Not yet. Not as long as we're in that range between on NQ between 22,566 and 22,520. As long as we're in that, can't really know where we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe we're getting it now. Let's see.
Well, it's interesting because I'm watching, you know, major stocks in my newsfeed will sometimes say this at highs, this at lows, and it's showing high, this at lows, this at highs, this at lows. Like it's even the stocks themselves can't seem to figure out which direction they're going to go.
Yeah, I think honestly, the safest entry on Nasdaq is probably going to be around 500 because that would at least put ES below VWAP or, you know, around that area. But
we still got 22,511.50 here on Nasdaq, which is today's mid price so far, which for me is always a level I look at for potential rejection. But we seem to just break through that. Let's see. I'm loving the move so far. I want to see those shorts.
Be looking at shorts here.
Me too. Now we're at that 22,500 level. It was also a pretty important level yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I really actually kind of want to wait till this trend line breaks. I think that's what I'll wait for.
It's a big candle here. Big candle here on the NQ.
Yeah. Oof, really big candle.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah.
Well, my point being, where does it close though? Right? Like if this recovers VWAP and closes above VWAP, I think the bears have
yuck.
What's a friendly term here? Let's just say they've peaked too early.
Yeah, this was this 500 level really helped. That was a nice 20 point,
Mhm.
30, almost 30 point candle there.
Funny, before we had that candle, Lil Nicky in the background put actually in the YouTube chat put in liking potential longs, and then it popped. So I think we should
love
listen to Lil Degen's
Yeah, honestly,
trading advice.
Mickey knows best. I still like the shorts though. I still like
Yeah, me
them.
too.
Well, if this candle closes down below VWAP, and especially if it closes below the low of the first 5-minute candle, I agree with you guys. I may pivot to the short side.
All right, I did take a light entry here at 505.25. Let me see if I can actually log into, because sometimes my thing doesn't want to show. My stop is going to be at 525. I don't know why my entries don't show here, honestly. I might actually get this hold. We have some sellers sitting at 520. Yeah, I think we're gonna
500 level is strong.
Yeah.
For now.
I really should set it at 530. Yeah, we're getting this push up. $535 has some sellers sitting on book maps.
What was your entry there, Mary?
It was at 505, so I pretty much bottomed that.
Okay.
Now we're getting the move back up.
Bottom tick Miriam joins bottom tick Nick.
I just got stopped out on that.
Yikes.
That's awesome. Let's see. You know what? We're just gonna wait for this because I want to see ES actually like clear this VWAP level, which ES is very strong right now.
Yeah, ES is near the highs. I'm waiting for a breakout there. Hey, shout out Cody in the chat. Good morning.
Doobie doobie doo.
Yeah, keep singing, Matt.
Does anyone remember the Bud Ice Penguin? That's what those commercials that was from. He just walked around.
Bud Ice.
Bud Ice. It was a.
Oh
it was
gosh.
I don't think I ever tried it because it was out before I could drink. But yeah, if I recall, I think it was a very shitty light beer from like the mid to late '90s.
Yikes.
And then all their because Bud Ice, all their commercials had a penguin.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
I thought that was Pepsi. Didn't they have like a penguin situation going on?
I don't know. Maybe they did something with Crystal Pepsi. They brought that back a couple years ago, like a nostalgia play for like 1 month or something. I saw it in a store. I did not buy it, but it's like, oh yes, thank you. I'm nostalgic for a really crappy beverage from my youth.
Yeah. That's funny.
We have 3 minutes left here. Actually 2 minutes left on that 50-minute opening range.
I'd like to see this bottom trend line break. I really would on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, where would that break point be?
485 area.
All right. And when you say, just for the chat here, when you say you would like to see a break, you mean a 5-minute candle close below or just break it through?
I actually want to see a 2-minute break or 2-minute hold below. Mm-hmm.
All right.
See if EWAP, girl bye. If ES can clear VWAP. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
this 500 is, and 500 kind of is right at the -1 standard dev band too. You got a lot of technical support down at that area.
That was an ugly stop loss hit. They chased you, Mary. That was not nice.
Okay.
The NQ's like, yeah, I got something for her today.
He is like, oh, you want to play me this week? I got you.
Well, that was a pretty small stop for you, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. That 500 is going to be that key area that we gotta clear here. Ugh, so ugly. ES's chart looks so ugly to me right now. Never mind. This is why I don't play you, ES. Okay, make a move. Make a move to the downside.
Let's be fair. Both look pretty ugly right now.
At least NASDAQ feels like it wants to go. Like ES is just struggling. Like it really wants to move to the upside.
Nasty NASDAQ is just teasing.
Mm-hmm.
The 50-minute opening range is soon formed.
The NASDAQ is very much like the sirens in the Odyssey from time to time.
The 50-minute opening range currently is between 22,566.75 and 22,494.75. So that would be a 70-point range.
Yuck.
There we go. It's formed. So I'll wait for a breakout of that range.
Getting some buying pressure coming in here.
Yeah, I'm long 10 micros here, guys.
Nice.
At 32, I'm playing for a move up to about the 60 level. This is I'm gonna have a tight stop on this thing though. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in one mini. I apologize. Not 10 micros. 1 mini. All right. So got my sell order up there. Gonna set my stop. Where am I at? 31. I'm gonna set it at 515.
Nice.
Nice little double bottom on the 1 minute.
Shit.
Oh crap! I didn't even get that in. Shit. All right. Hold on.
What?
Did not get the
that?
order in there.
That was
What
diabolical.
happened on Bookmap there? Did we get swiped?
I didn't even see anything. But apparently there's a seller there. There's a seller there.
Apparently.
They're playing games on that.
ES got a nasty wick to the downside.
All right. If we get back above 520, I'll probably slide in a stop at about 510.
Yuck.
Got to see how this processes first. I was in the process of clicking the mouse for that stop too, so.
Oh man. Nasty
Although
NASDAQ.
despite that, if we get yet another rejection and get back above VWAP, this thing's going high a day. That swipe makes me very nervous.
Nasty
Oh,
NASDAQ
dirty.
in full force. But also on ES, that was a heavy drop. That was a 9-point drop on ES.
Yuck. Yeah, I don't like this. This is a dirty. Did a lot of people dirty on that.
Yeah, it did. All right, I'm out at this point, guys. This is, I think it was about a 700 there. But that, yeah, I do not know what happened there, and there is no news.
Well, that's a breakout of that 50-minute opening range. So starting to look for bear flags at this point.
I was almost in danger of breaking your record for shortest trade in Tradeify TV there, Nick.
Well, dude, that 1 second trade that I had, it's hard to beat. Well, if you would have had your stop in already,
it would have stopped me. Well, I would have gotten hosed on the fill too.
Yeah, we would have been pretty much same timing on that. I still have PTSD from that 1107. Never gonna take it again.
Ugh, I feel like that's why it's so important to. I know it's hard, like if you don't have bracket orders already set, but you know, if you're like me, I'm definitely, you know, at fault for this, but I will set my stops after the fact, and I'll get, you know, if something like this happened, I would have gotten easily taken out. It's not fun.
No bueno.
So we are flirting with this trend line here, sitting at 489. So if we can get a nice move to the downside, at least clear the trend line, and then ES is now sitting below VWAP, which is what I'm looking for, which is what I like. I don't like that it's still holding previous day high. So I would want to see us clear previous day high and then get the continuation down. That's the thing with NASDAQ. We do have room to the downside on both futures. We have room to the downside, but
we do.
If we can at least clear this trend line, and then ES would be, you know.
I mean, as I said in the pre-market talk, I wouldn't mind hitting that 22,420 level again today.
There it is. So we did get a nice little break of that trend line. I want to see the 2-minute now close below it. I kind of want to retest though. I don't want to just like enter it.
Yeah, I want a clean setup for a short here first. I don't just want to enter it because it's breaking the orb. I mean, ES is still holding previous day high. NASDAQ is already way below previous day high.
Yeah, I do want to see ES clear this level. Getting a nice move here. Not a lot of like selling volume really coming in.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be patient.
I think honestly the safest entry is to wait for ES to clear like 158, 157.
Yeah. You mean for an entry on NQ or ES?
On both, on NQ as well. ES, of course, if you're looking to trade ES, I would wait for that clear. But right now we are getting a hold. So not yet confirmed.
Well, now retesting the opening range. Let's see if we hold that. That would be a good sign.
Anything you're looking at, Matt?
Well, I'm looking for retest this 500 level, but yeah, I considering the volume push down and the fact that these candles are delta negative, honestly, I can't see either side right now developing momentum that it needs. I thought this was the break. I thought we were going to sit here. I was looking for a short too. I thought we were all going to sit here and miss our entries and watch it go down to 400, and now all of a sudden we're right back up here at 500. So honestly, these last 3-4 candles, this is a very barcodey Tradeify TV action. It's just on a little bigger scale.
Yeah.
Well, Nick just said he wants the mega long, so I think we're gonna go up now.
Yeah, let's see if we can clear 500. ES still holding previous day high. Definitely still waiting on this. This is a key level here on NASDAQ though, 505 area. If we can get back above this area, otherwise we just reject here and fucking do this shit all day.
Yeah.
Oh man. A 30 point potential retracement. I mean, still that 503 level is still very, very important, or 500 in general, that area.
Ooh, nice buying coming in here. Lots of buying. Ooh, lots of buying pressure. You might clear this 24 area. If we get above 24, I'll start looking at longs. So we did hold this trend line. ES still holding previous day high. Otherwise, this area here on the 5-minute is what I would be looking for, a potential rejection. But we are getting a nice volume to the upside here.
Let's see where it takes us.
Otherwise, we just reject here and continue breaking this trend line to the downside because we are still in a downtrend since the open.
I wonder if VWAP is going to hold, because ES is sitting right at VWAP and NQ now as well. So
yeah,
I really don't like when we go like today. It was 20 points out of the 50-minute opening range and then right back in. That just leaves me confused. I would rather see follow through on that downside move.
part of me does want to short this, so I'm not gonna lie.
So you're still team bear.
I'm still bearish, but the only reason I'm I don't like this wick that we got. I don't like the buying that we got on this candle. So, but this would be the area that I would look to short, this 525 area. 523 or so, because then I could set a stop at like 35, which would honestly, if we break through 35, unless it just wicks straight through me, then that would be invalidating this short. Only thing too is ES did make a lower high, so longs could just start to come in here. I don't really see any sellers stepping in here on book maps, so
VWAP this next area of potential rejection.
We're now sitting back at midpoint of the 50-minute opening range.
Yep. This would be where I would think if bears were serious, they would reject right here. Otherwise, bulls are going to take over. We're going to probably reach these highs here.
It's looking like it on ES at least.
Yeah. Yes, looks like a mess. Gross.
I mean, you can definitely scan that by now for the barcode.
Yeah. That's where you just got to wait.
Nick J, with this new update, is it still 10 days between payouts? Nope, it's all changed to 7 days, 7 trading days between payouts.
Oh, do we have news in a couple minutes here?
Let me check the feeds here. I mean, there's always some kind of news at that point. Pending home sales.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Make sure you have your stops in place, guys.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Oh, sorry, man. I was talking to Nick.
No. It's okay.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Natural gas, 10:30, and then bar speaking at 1:15. Bulls look like they want to take it. Opening range breakout would be this 566 area.
Yeah, but then the problem is you have the 585 high right above it. So
Right.
let's see. I think today is one of those days where you really need to show patience, and you will be rewarded with a nice setup.
I agree. All right. Going right into previous day high here. We have about 30 seconds left, and sellers are trying to put their orders in here on Bookmaps. 65 is going to be that key area as usual. 55 and 65 I see on Bookmaps. Not the 55 area, not as strong, but the 65 area does have a decent amount of sellers.
Also, chat, can we get the stream to 550 likes? And we're going to do the first marble race to give away 2 50K growth accounts. Just smash that like button really quick, get it to 550. And here comes, always when we talk about marbles, dude, what the hell? Every single time. Well, it was right at the news time, so to be fair.
They be knowing. All right.
Yeah, Jose Carlos, you got it. We got to do marble races. That's one of those days. You're right. So get the stream to 550 likes. Smash that like button really quick. Not the heart in the chat, but the actual thumbs up button below the video. You got it by now, guys.
They know.
They know, but we still got some newbies. We got to take care of everybody, you know.
I saw someone said market is in crazy mode. Yeah, 1000% market is in crazy mode. Like,
I mean, Nick in the background is 2 for 2 by now. He called the bottom.
Nice. Yeah, that 500 level was no joke. It looked like it wanted to go for it for a sec, but bull stepped in. Now we have some buyers at 550, so I might consider taking a long if we don't show selling pressure coming in here. I would not like for us to completely take this out.
I would love to see a bull flag here. Anoop, how do we enter the marble race? Well, once I do drop the keyword, just type the keyword in the YouTube chat and you will be automatically entered if you're one of the first 300 to type it. We're sitting at 552 likes. Nice. We can go marble racing. Let me set it up in the background here and with Drew, and then we'll go.
Wicked right up to that opening range, initial opening range. So I don't like this so far. I really don't. Like, there's lack of conviction. It feels like when we start to feel some conviction, it gets taken out. I did not like that candle that we had. I think that was right when you got into your long, Matt. I did not like that candle.
I do like that we're starting to form some sort of a consolidation here. Could turn into a bull flag.
If we reverse back towards VWAP, we're going to see the standard dev width tighten up even further, and that's going to get close to or go over the 5-minute ATR, which makes the NQ not tradable for me, at least to take another shot. So once the marble race is over, I'll take everyone through that, because I did it last week, but I did it pretty quickly. So I'll take everyone through that little methodology that I use for that.
Yeah, that'll be good.
All right, nice.
Yeah. 550 needs to hold.
Good morning, Carlos. First time in the channel. Good to have you here.
Good morning.
Pending home sales beat pretty extensively. Actual 1.8%, expecting negative 0.3%. So market's not really reacting to that much.
Chat, are we ready for marble racing or what? We got the likes, we got the keyword, everything is ready. So let's do this. As usual, you have to have liked the stream. So make sure you like it right now if you haven't already. You have to be subscribed to the channel and you type the keyword background Nick W all in one word because he called the bottom of that move. Background Nick W is the keyword, guys, for the marble race for 250K growth accounts. I'm actually eyeing a bull flag entry here, guys.
I see it. I see the exact one you're looking at.
You know by now.
So do you get in on the breakout?
During the US session, yes.
During this crazy market?
Yeah, but during London session, I get in. Okay, I'm in, guys. During London session, I get in once we have a 1 minute candle close outside of the flag. Nice. I'm in 10 micros here. Got my stop right below the consolidation, sitting at previous day high.
I kind of want to retest the previous day's high.
Come on, give me that push.
You need a green hammer.
What's your target?
593. I would be targeting. So the first target, sorry, would be 85, just the highs basically, and second target would be 595. But maybe we won't even need to talk about that.
My only concern is these wicks. Not a fan of.
Yeah, the wick here was a bit ugly, to be honest. It was a nice push at first, but it got rejected pretty much immediately. So let's see where it takes us. Still holding that consolidation for now.
I might actually intro with you.
Yeah, let's get it. Team Bull.
I love how we were both just talking about being bears.
I feel like taking a short just to fuck with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, do it. Someone is going to win. That's all it's about. But we really need to see some buying coming in now, because otherwise I'm toast. I will be toast.
What do you put on your toast, Nick?
Yeah, I'm out. I put 10 micros on my toast, but I'm out.
I'm still watching this level. Nope.
We've had a lot of, so far among all of us, we've had a lot of right on direction, wrong on timing so far this morning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super frustrating for sure. Lots of these selling bubbles coming in.
Let's see. That was a mean fake out there.
Yeah, it was.
But I would take the setup any day. Like, it was clean. Very clean. All right, Drew, whenever you're ready, feel free to pull up the marbles. I want to see the marbles.
You guys don't know this, but Nick actually goes through marble withdrawal on the weekends. That's why he comes in on Monday. Like, let's do a marbles race. Let's do a marbles race.
That's hilarious.
Oh, shit. That looks sick.
Oh.
Great.
What's this?
Let's run him. Let's run him. Okay. That's Plinko on steroids.
Looks like they're all in line at the DMV.
Nazim currently in the lead. W. Kevin in the lead. Nazim Leonard in the lead. All right. Let's see who's going to get that one. Yeah, Timo, Plinko meets pinball. It's pretty accurate description. What the track is. Looks like an ice rink too.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Looks like Walmart on Black Friday.
That's great.
Man. I love our chat.
Kids are funny.
Yeah, it kind of does. Although there's nobody stomping somebody else out over a $300 television. So
you got Jack in the lead right now. Followed closely by Raymond. Let's see. 2 people. The first 2 are going to win a 50K growth account, guys. All right, we got Jack. Jack in first place. Congrats. You won a 50K growth account. Make sure to type something really quick. Jack won. Type something in the chat so we know that you're here, and add your email address to your YouTube channel description. Who is going to be the second winner of a 50K growth account? It is Ganesh. Congratulations, Ganesh. You also won a 50K growth account. Make sure to type something in the chat and add your email to the YouTube channel description. Congrats,
Congratulations.
guys. We're going to have more marble racing today, so don't worry if you haven't won yet. Did we see them in the chat already? Don't think so. Oh yeah, Ganesh is in here. Great, Ganesh, congrats. Jack Wong, claim your prize. Please do it. I do not want to see another guy win something and then not claim the win. Jack Wong, come on, please. Well, if I try to add Jack Wong here in the chat, I can't even see him. So probably he dropped off. Uh-oh.
Jack, come on, man. Somebody get a hold of him.
What are we going to
Jack's
do?
number. Give him a call. Shoot him a text real quick.
Background, Nick. If Jack dropped off, do we give it to the third place? What do we do? All right.
What do we do?
Seems like it. So, guys, just to be fair this time, okay? Because last time we had a big issue where we did a countdown, and then we did have the problem that that person claimed like at the very last second of that countdown, and then we had a double win. So, Drew, I don't know if you have one ready, but if you could pull up some sort of a countdown on screen so they can actually see it, that would be great. Like a 1-minute countdown for Jack. You can improvise. That's great. Improvise the countdown. Well, we could do. Look, what we could do, Drew, is we can just use the countdown of this 1-minute candle here on my chart. It's going for another 50 seconds. My cursor is right there. All right. So we have 45 seconds left for Jack. If Jack doesn't claim, it goes to Alexei Zubkov. He is the third. Joker 13 saying, my second name is Jack Wong.
You guys are funny.
30 seconds left for Jack, and I'll make it 35 seconds due to the delay on YouTube, all right?
Dang,
So,
Jack.
20 seconds left, Jack. You gotta claim this.
Don't hit the road, Jack.
God, I love Blues Brothers. That movie is so good.
Blues Brothers.
Yeah, they sing the song there. Come on, Jack Wong. Come on.
That's funny.
All right.
I'm in a long, guys. I'm in a long from 5:40, 4:50. My stop is at break even though, so I'm not messing around with this trade because I actually sized up on this trade.
All right, wait a second. Jack Wong typed me, but he was, according to my timer, 20 seconds too late. So,
Ooh.
chat, chat, this time before I name a runner-up, what are we gonna do? Nick, can you pull up a poll really quick? Are we gonna give it to Jack Wong or no? He's here in the chat now, but
Ooh.
Oh, we're sending this to the peanut gallery, huh?
I mean, last time I was getting wrecked by the chat for
they were after you
for saying that he's not gonna get it. But Jack Wong, I mean, last time we said it during the stream, you have to claim these prices. Don't wait until the last second. And now we were already 15 seconds over, 20 seconds over even. But let's see what the chat says. Paul is saying 53% he's getting it. 50-50 actually. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do? It's literally 50-50. 197 people have voted. It's 50-50. Are you kidding me? Guys, vote in the chat. 238 people. It's 50-50. What the hell? Are we gonna give this to Jack Wong? Yes or no? All right, we're 51% yes, 49% no. Uh-oh. 52%. Let's make it. So we're currently sitting at 298 votes. Once we're at 350 votes, we're gonna close the poll. All right. 350 votes, we close the poll and do whatever the poll says. I think that's more than fair. Sitting at 319 now, 320. Miriam, what was your entry on that long?
So I entered at 44.50, but I did get stopped out on that because I didn't want to play with this. Like I said, I sized up on this on accident, to be honest. So I set my stop at break even once I saw that we were starting to push up. I was up a decent amount on this, honestly, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not taking my profits when I should have. I did get a decent gain on that though, so that's unfortunate. But I was about up like $1,800 on this play, but I got stopped out at plus 450. So not really happy about that, to be honest. My execution or my risk management on that wasn't the best, but didn't lose money, so that's good. Now it's gonna go. It's all good.
I mean, I got played by that too, by that bull flag fake out.
What I was looking for on this though, I like that we were holding yesterday's high. So, you know, I got in on this 9 EMA retest once I saw that we're getting some sort of a bounce here. So I entered on this candle, on this 2-minute candle, once we started getting the bounce. And my stop initially was below this candle's wick right here. So that was my intention for this play, and I was shooting for this high, this 72 high, which we're gonna probably get right here. But yeah, I didn't want to. The reason like I said, I sized up on this play and I didn't really intend to, but I ended up keeping it because we were making the move up. So I just quickly moved my stop to break even in case we were going to get the push up, and we did. I just didn't take my profits. Unfortunately, I got stopped out on this candle, and now we're starting to make the move up. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we just went right back up to this area that we were kind of hovering around a little bit before the 8:30 Eastern news broke. We're right back up at this 560 to kind of 575 level.
Yeah.
All right, so sorry, I just want to get this over with. Some people are saying it's a fake Jack Wong. Some people are saying it's a real one. Paul is saying 53% yes, he's going to get it. 47% no. We're divided on this. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, look, let's do this. let's do this. We believe in the good in people, all right, here at Tradeify TV. So since chat says the poll is 53% yes, he should get it, we just trust that this Jack Wong here in the chat is the actual real Jack Wong. If not, he's gonna get hit by a shitload of karma. That's what's gonna happen. And we're just gonna trust it's the real guy. Chat decided he's gonna get it. So Jack, you're gonna get it. Let's get this over with.
Well,
Congrats,
keep in mind
Jack.
when he signs up for the account, he has to give his name too. So, I mean, Jack. No, I guess Jack Wong could be a pseudonym, but that's we'll see.
Let's see. Yeah, Jack, just add your email to your YouTube channel description, and we'll send it to you.
Yeah, we're gonna get a timer on screen at some point, guys. But you know, in the meantime, we this hasn't been a huge issue so far. But if it continues to be, we'll have to step up our security practices. Probably have to send the Secret Service to your house for a thorough cavity. I mean, well, you know, we'll figure it out. But
Such an interesting little price action we're getting here. I mean, we are trying to make this move to the upside, but this just honestly gives me a headache to look at. ES does look like it's a little bit stronger here, but now we're getting some buying coming in.
I mean,
yeah, it's
we are doing the consolidation. It's just consolidating longer than I anticipated. I do want to enter that long again, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I still see the potential move to the upside, especially with ES sitting at the high there.
yeah, ES is starting to break here. Just a slow move. All right, now we're getting buying.
I'm entering it again, guys. I really want to see that move up. I'm in that long again.
What's your entry on it?
Pretty much the same as before. 68, 68, 25. I just want to see that breakout, you know?
SPY is at 52-week high. Let's look at SPY here. Oh yeah, yearly highs on the SPY. Man, what a fake out to the downside.
all right, Skeeter, you won the comment of the day so far.
Just read it.
You guys are funny.
If we make a high here, since US Open, I would move my stop break even.
I'm actually a little salty about that. Because if I would have kept my stop at break even, which I didn't, because I wanted my profits, I wouldn't have gotten stopped out, and this would have been a banger trade.
Binga.
But it's all good. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Very well said.
Let's see if we can actually clear this downside trend line that we did initially break. The one that I had looked at in the pre-market. Right now, we just kind of keep tapping right into it. But if we can clear, like, honestly, I would just be looking for us to clear 85. If we clear 85, then bulls can really go from there.
Yeah, there's been a couple of brief opportunities today, and that's been about it. Everything else has been kind of chop suey.
Yeah. Shiz says Miriam's not a good Deegan trader. You just haven't seen me trade in full Deegan mode. I can definitely be a Deegan trader, but yeah, no, I've learned from my, at least I try to tell myself I've learned from my bad habits, but this was definitely not like if I sized in, and I've done that before, right? I press the button a little, I get a little trigger happy. But when that happens and I see the move, I don't get out of it. I'm like, fuck it, let's just stay in this, see what happens. but I did keep my stop at break even in case it did go south. So yeah, part of me still doesn't want to be a Deegan trader in some capacity.
We just need that little push to the upside.
Well, you do have a nice trend line that's sitting. So I think if we continue holding this trend line, I'm looking at your charts right now.
Yeah. Also, chat, apologize for my weird looking setup right now. My camera overheated. I need to fix that issue in a sec here. I'll be back.
The hair looks good.
Thank you. Oh, you weren't talking to me. Okay.
The beard is on fire too, though. It looks good too.
It does, yeah. I appreciate that. I put a lot of work in this, and by a lot of work, I mean I trim it like twice a week, and that's about it. So, yeah, chop suey system of wow, Leia. I did not have you as the System of a Down fan in the chat, but
System of a Down.
Let me find out you're a early aughts metalhead.
Right. Leia's not who we think she is.
Mm-hmm. She's sitting there trading. She's got her feet propped up and her Doc Martens up on the desk, and
that's funny. Her Doc Martens.
Yeah. Nick can still hear us in the background. You have the suggestion in the chat, Nick. Just put your camera in some water for a little while. It'll
and then turn it on, turn it back off again.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, well, you guys aren't so young. You don't remember the old days of like, yeah, turn it off, turn it back on, and or smack the side of it. If it's some sort of mechanical or electronic device. I know y'all are too young for the original Nintendo, though. And having to blow on the cartridges, and like I smacked that thing more than anything. So
yeah, it's things that we can't say on air.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. I remember my N64. I still have it.
Percussive maintenance. Yeah, Glacier, you're right.
Percussive maintenance. Ooh.
These damn kids nowadays never had to remember to blow in the cartridges of the original Nintendo.
Back in my day.
I'll tell you what, back in my day. We were lucky if it worked at all. So actually, true story. I got my first Nintendo system. I want to say it was a Christmas when I was, like 7. I might be off a year or two on this. And I'd never even heard of it. And, I get it for Christmas. Oh, this is great, Nintendo. And so we were at my grandparents' house. My grandma and grandpa was my dad's parents. And so we took it to the upstairs TV and we hooked it up. And my dad and I took turns playing Mario for most of the day, right? My grandma, very old school lady, very sweet lady. But she came in a couple of times. She, it's such a waste of time. I can't believe you bought him that, this or that. So the next morning I wake up and my dad is telling us the story. At 1 a.m, he heard the Nintendo going upstairs. And so he's like, well, Matt went up there to play. I got to go get him. He's got to go to bed. Goes up there and finds my grandma playing the Nintendo. She waited for everyone to go to bed and got up and played the Nintendo.
No way. That is epic.
That's a great story. That's a great story.
Oh, that's hilarious. What was she playing?
Mario.
Oh, okay.
The original Mario that came with the system.
The one where it's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers, the original.
Super Mario Brothers, yep.
Yeah, Duck Hunt was in that as well. I also had that pad, and you could like run the track games, and that was we used to have parties where we'd play that when we were kids. Yeah, Duck Hunt was ahead of its time. That was a fun game.
Oh yeah. There were so many good ones. But yeah, unfortunately, no one. I don't even know where you can buy those games anymore. I mean, I remember Blockbuster was my favorite place to be on a weekend.
I'm just catching up with the chat. Leia played in a metal band for 10 years. Oh my goodness.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Do you still have old footage of that? Because please tweet me.
Oh yeah, Pixar. It didn't happen. I mean, if you can find something that doesn't give away identifying information or anything, if you're not comfortable with that. But yeah, shoot it to us on Twitter. Yeah, old school Donkey Kong. Yeah, that's where Mario made his debut.
Donkey Kong, holy crap. She said, I don't know if I dare. Why not?
Yeah.
That sounds like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Do you have original songs, Leia? Did you do covers? Both? What like, did you ever bite the head off of an animal on stage like Ozzy Osbourne, or was the
Yeah, I need some wild stories from Leia's metal days. Space Invaders. Oh man, you guys are taking me back.
Well, Leia, if you ever want to come on stream and sing a cover of some metal song, all you gotta do is
we'll invite it.
We will make it happen.
Oh man. Yeah, this market is not too fun right now.
Yeah, we're just sort of stalling out right above the +1 standard dev band. It doesn't seem like we've got the, well, I'm going to say it so it does it now.
Right, now it's
like we have the juice to get up to 600, so naturally we're going to get up to 600.
Well, we got a surge of buying pressure come in. 85 now needs to clear. There's a wall of sellers sitting there on book maps. Once we clear 85 though, we have a clear shot to 600. I don't see any sellers sitting between those areas.
Oh, DGen Nick long from 571. He's already in the money.
Let's go. Man, my long would have looked really nice right now. That's always so devastating to see.
Oh, so they did original songs. Damn, Leia. You don't have to give us any more info, but is any of your, like, did you guys do albums? Is any of this stuff on like Apple Music or Spotify or anything?
Oh, wow.
You don't have to give us the name of anything because that, obviously that kind of doxes yourself there, but I'm just curious.
I'm out of this position, guys, by the way. I'm back.
Nice.
I'm back. Let's go.
You're out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Right to 597.
Your camera didn't overheat. You need to refill your vodka bottle.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did get stopped outbreak even on 5 micros, but the other 5 I rode for, what's that been like? I sold them at 591, and then my entry was at 68. So that was clean. That was good.
This was clean. Shout out to little Nikki in the background for catching this trade too. Good job, Nick.
That was
Good
the
job.
Nick trade.
Yeah, absolutely.
The double Nick trade.
We had a pretty similar entry too. I had it at 68. He had it at 71.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
And Matt, no, I do not refill my bottles. I get a new one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, as long as you recycle them, so they're good and eco-conscious.
Yeah.
We do, actually. We do.
Nick Gang. Yeah, nice surge in volume that we had on that push there. Next level, I would really want us to hold this previous high, which was 585. I think if we hold 585, it'll be a nice little trend day up. But yeah, nice recovery that we got. If you look at ES, look at the differences in the Nasdaq and ES here on the 5-minute. I mean, these are the same intraday charts, but when you look at side by side comparison, you'll see like you know, there was a battle. There was a clear battle on ES to really try to push to the upside here. Nasdaq was really pushing for the downside, but once we got this look below and fail of this trend line, you know, we started getting this move and buyers stepped in. ES really never held below its previous day high, which was, you know, that was something I was looking forward to. I was telling you guys, like, I think I want to wait until this 158 area breaks for taking any shorts, because it was looking a little promising for the short side, but that's why you have to wait. That's why you need that extra confirmation on days like this, especially when you don't get the synchronicities with futures. So, you know, if we were going to see like ES start to push to the downside, Nasdaq was clearly below, and you know, the divergences that we saw in both futures was indicative of, like, you know, one of them was going to win. One of them was going to win to the short side. One of them was going to win to the upside. Obviously, ES well above and taking that win for today. Nasdaq, again, this 585 level is going to be key for us to hold. I think at minimum, still this previous day high. So if you guys are in longs, I would just be watchful of us getting below 550. Because potentially if we break 550 and then we break VWAP, there's no reason why we couldn't test the lows of today. But I don't really see that happening right now, as far as especially seeing how ES is doing. And we're at all-time highs, guys. So, you know, don't have any levels. We're in no man's land.
I was expecting that move on my first trade where I did get stopped out. That would have been nice.
Can we get a poll in the chat there, background Nick? Who's green? Who's red? Who hasn't traded yet? Oh, we'll get a poll up, guys. You don't have to put it in the chat. Nice, Paraloco. Nice.
Paraloco.
Super blessed. I like it.
Sherry J, yes, I will go over my ATR explanation in a couple of minutes. I just, as long as we're kind of where we are in the chart, if we retrace a little bit, get kind of back into no man's land around +1 standard deviation, I will do it today. Don't worry about it. I will make sure we. And when you get a second, background, Nick, if we get a green, red, or flat poll.
Green, red, or boring.
It hasn't been boring today. I'll give it that.
No, just a bit unpredictable. That push up was nice though, from 74 to 599. That was sweet.
Yeah, opened with a tail though. I don't necessarily like that. Not to say I'm, you know, looking to short this or anything, but you know, it's not great when you see a move with volume and then, you know, sellers really pushing it down here at that. I mean, there was that 600 level that we were initially targeting on longs, but yeah, right now I wouldn't initiate a trade here either. '70s holding though. I think that's what Lil Nicky said his stop was.
Yeah, he's at break even with his stop. Well, wait, but his entry was 71. Are you still in? Background, Nick? Still in that long? Or did they violate your break even? Oh, no. No. Why they do you dirty like that?
All right, really quickly here, guys. If we want to, Drew, go over to my screen, I want to go over this ATR dev width. So basically, guys, I've outlined this on the chart. So this the dev width, standard deviation width, is the amount between the standard deviation and VWAP, right? So in this case, you don't need a fancy tool for this. You can kind of eyeball it by eyeball it by eye, obviously. It's 3209 and our 5-minute ATR is 23. So this is okay to me right now. I'd like the dev width to be a little bigger. Ideally, I want my 5-minute ATR in the 25 to 28 range, and I want my dev width to be over 40. But what happens is, and you see our price action is above the +1 standard deviation, so you're going to see the dev width increase the longer that happens. But what happens is sometimes you see the price action get trapped between +1 and -1 standard deviation, or even between one of the dev bands and VWAP itself, right? We kind of saw that a little bit back in this area here. And when the dev width is about the same as the ATR, or even if the ATR is bigger than the dev width, and it does happen from time to time. And again, this is a 5-minute ATR on the NQ I'm speaking of. That means, again, I call it a politician's market. A politician can talk a long time without saying a damn thing. And whereas the NQ, if the ATR is bigger than the dev width, it means the NQ is moving, but it's not really going anywhere. And so it can be hard to keep up with trend. And you saw that, right? As long as we were pogoing between + and -1 standard deviation, we were kind of being very whipsawy, right? We weren't. You saw us all taking our stabs here or there, and they were. Very few of them, even the winning trades, were smooth, nice winners, right? We were moving around a little bit. We were, in and out, et cetera, et cetera. So when I see that, it's going to make me very cautious to trade. Again, it's okay now, but ideally I like to see the ATR a little bigger and the dev width probably 10 to 15 points bigger, because it just gives you more room to move, more room to give your trades room to breathe, and of course more room to let your winners run. So that's kind of a little quick explanation on that.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks. So interesting to see how you guys look at the market. It's like every single one of us looks at it so differently. I think Miriam and I are probably looking at it the closest, or like the most similar. But it's so interesting to see your strategies, Matt, and the kind of stuff that you're taking into consideration before you take trades. So it's always super interesting to see you share it.
Yeah, I'm curious too. So like, are you using those for points of entries as well, Matt?
Yeah, well, not necessarily. No, I'll be, it's just sort of a general, again, I used to, the SPY used to be everything to me, right? And when I was in stocks, I was, okay, the SPY is up here. So, if I'm going long here, I used to have a rule, if the SPY was up 1% or more, no put plays, right? It was all calls at that point. But again, after COVID, everything pivoted to the NQ. So even when I'm not trading the NQ, which, like you guys, the vast majority of my trades are in the NQ, I want it to be a barometer of how the markets are doing in general. So like today, when the ES was showing a lot of strength, when the NQ wasn't, that's a little bit of an anomaly, right? The two really, they trade in lockstep now more often than they don't. So I'm always going to be looking at something just as a basic understanding of how things are moving and how much they're moving.
Okay, good to know.
Also, I really like this comment in the chat by Trader King LFT saying, smash the like button right now, because we need to get it to 700 to do our next marble race, to do another 250K growth account giveaway, guys. Let's get it.
Yeah, nice rejection that we got of the 600 level on the NASDAQ. Right now, ES is retracing this previous 5-minute candle. I would expect us to hold, this 177 at minimum, this 176 area on ES. We could get a retest to the 9 EMA. However, I would not like that move necessarily, depending on how the candle looked. Right now, we do have a lot of sellers sitting at that 600 level. So that's going to be a key area, not just, from book maps, but a psychological level as well. This 22,550 area on the NASDAQ is also going to be key. See some sellers sitting there as well, but also still, again, I keep reiterating this is previous day high. So, do we come back down, retest, and then keep going, going back up, or do we break this area and still find this continuation to the downside? Right now, this wick that we got from the 600, not really liking it so much. So if you guys are taking the longs, I would actually wait until 600 breaks, possible retest, and then enter for that continuation. So we'll see what we got right now. Kind of a slow moving market. We got some volatility earlier this morning, but right now we're starting to slow things down a little bit.
So to answer the question about the Dev Width indicator on TradingView, so that particular aspect of it is a paid indicator. It's a suite of indicators from a place called the VWAP.com. And again, I have no affiliate relationship or brand relationship with them. I have no business interest with them, et cetera, et cetera. But the actual that's called their dashboard. This intraday indicator you see on here, though, the VWAP intraday, completely free, built into TradingView. The rest involve purchasing the suite of tools and all that, which I've had for I think 10 years now. Had access to, but you really don't need it, right? Like you can just kind of measure, again, if this VWAP tool is free, you can kind of just eyeball it. Again, you don't have to be exact. If you're off that's the beauty about the NQ. If you're off 1 or 2 points, it's not the end of the world. You just don't want to be off like 5, 6, 7, 8 points when you're doing comparisons like that. But I wouldn't encourage you to purchase any kind of tools unless you're 100% sure they're right for you. Same thing with any paid indicators or anything out there, guys. I'm not here to tell you this works or this doesn't. Again, we don't get into that on this particular show. If you find a tool or a platform like Merriam has Bookmap, et cetera, just make sure it's for you. And guys, never buy an annual subscription to something without at least test driving it for a month or two. Just to make sure you can use it. I unfortunately I did that early in my career, but I'm going to save a bunch of money. You spend $800 on an annual thing as opposed to, $100 a month, and next thing you know, you're that 2 months later you're not using it. So it's always the thing, guys. You should always start with some basic free indicators that are built into everything. If you find something that you really like, just make sure you check it out. But again, be wary of there's a lot of affiliates out there that if they have like 30 indicators they're promoting, make sure that you ask them if they use them first, right? Like guys, there's any number out there that are probably really, really good, and any number out there that are probably just, to be honest, garbage. So use it. Make sure you see plenty of examples of it. Make sure you can trade it. And then if they have discounts for annual stuff like that. But guys, you shouldn't be spending a ton of money. If you're in your first 6 months of trading, you shouldn't be spending a ton of your money on like indicators and stuff until you kind of really learn what kind of trader you are.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I always say like bookmaps can actually be a lot more confusing, and I don't recommend it for beginner traders at all. It's there's a lot going on, and it's very busy. So if you don't know what you're looking at necessarily, and I know I'm not even probably using it to the capacity that I could be, but definitely don't look at these sort of instruments as ways to make your trading better if you don't already have an edge or a strategy.
Yeah, 100%. Also, guys, we need 18 more likes for the next 50K growth account giveaway. 2 accounts, actually. So if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream really quick. Don't like it twice, because it's not gonna do good. I'm just gonna remove it again.
Also, like I said, guys, and I won't go into my full business as a trading as a business rant right now, but make sure you have a monthly budget, guys, that you're spending on evals, indicators, whatever, resets, activation fees. Start pretty small with it, and then gradually increase. I hate when I hear people that maybe only had $2,000 or $3,000 of extra spending money, and they blow it all in their first month when they don't really know what they're doing. And none of us did. Don't feel bad if you're in the first 6 months of trading and you suck at trading. Welcome to the club, right? But yeah, make sure you have a business plan and a monthly budget. So you say, okay, I've hit my budget. I'm out for the month. I'm just going to practice trade at this point. But then it takes so much, guys, it takes so much stress off of you when you have a budget and you stick to it, right? And if you have to do something like, it takes 5 minutes to open a second bank account nowadays with one of the big boys, do that and just put that budget in there every month. And that debit card that you use, is okay. I have $300 a month I spend on all this stuff. This is my debit card. When this runs out for the month, I'll reload it. But until then, I don't. There's got to be discipline, guys. There's got to be discipline in everything that you do. We talk about discipline in the actual trading, but to get into these accounts and activation fees and et cetera, and it's one of the reasons I enjoyed coming to work here and know that Tradeify really respects traders, is that they'll be the first ones to tell you, if you don't know what the hell you're doing, take some time out, right? Like take a minute, and then when you figure it out, come on back. We got accounts for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's so important. I learned that lesson the hard way. I did not look at trading as a business at all in the beginning. Like,
well, and that's actually, I find that kind of amusing, Nick, because you've run successful businesses outside of this. So like,
but that's probably the reason, because it was so different.
Yeah.
Right. Because I was running a video agency and I ran a coaching business, and both of those, I mean, they're service-based businesses, right? In trading, you're not really delivering a service to anybody. You're just clicking a buy and a sell button, necessarily, right? So at the end of the day, it was probably so different than running my businesses that I didn't look at it that way. But to be fair, running the businesses was what allowed me to actually be a little bit degen with trading in the beginning. So yeah.
It'll teach you a lot about yourself, that's for sure.
Oh, 100%. I always say that to my friends and family. It's like, if you want to learn more about yourself, start trading. Because within the first week of trading, you are going to learn more about yourself than you have in your entire life before that week. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like Victor said very well last time, our live trader, when he came on here on Tradeify TV, he said, I didn't know I was greedy until I started trading. And that is such a powerful message. Like, you will learn things about yourself. You will discover things about yourself that you would have never thought you have in you. So yeah, trading is great.
It's great. It's a roller coaster for sure, but yeah, it's great.
Let's see the like count really quick. I wanna raise. Yay, 700 on the dot. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I need to come up with a keyword. If anybody wants to come up with a keyword here in the background chat, feel free if you have an idea.
We're all thinking.
This one.
Fun fact, if I think really hard, you can actually see the steam coming off my head.
Oh, wait. Okay, well, now Brett is crashing the chat with that.
Oh, now we can't use that.
Now we can't use that, no.
Nas Daddy. Guys, that's not we're not using that yet. We can't use it now because now it's unfair. What'd you do, Brett?
Brett crashed the chat. Don't type it, guys. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Brett ruins the marble races here. Oh man! All right, Drew checkmarked mine, so we're gonna do that now. Still, it's almost the same. All right, guys, the keyword, the real keyword here is Nas Mommy now because of Brett. Nas Mommy is the keyword, guys. The real one.
Well, now we got a few keywords to work with in the background.
There it goes.
Anarchy, chaos in the chat.
Nas Mummy, not Nas Mummy. That's great.
Yay, Brett participating as well. Imagine he wins.
He wants his own funded.
Well, if Brett wins the race, it's double it and give it to the next person.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, NASDAQ, do something, please. Oh, he's actually going to do it. If Brett wins, we give double away to second and third. Nice. So 250Ks to each.
Okay, so people should be rooting for Brett to win and to come in second or third place. You're gonna get double the prizes then. Nasdaq, what are you doing?
She's doing nothing.
I think that's the only acceptable term you can use. What are you doing?
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah. I'm not sure Nick can pull that off with the accent. But,
yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Nick.
What? Sorry, I didn't listen.
He's not even paying attention. Oh man.
I heard you doing some accents, and then I tuned out.
In, brother. We got another 90+ minutes here.
I tuned out when you guys started doing the accents.
Incarnation.
He says these fucking Americans.
They're on that game again.
Why don't you all just go hang out in LA?
Well, I can just rock my British accent, and that's pretty much it. And the Swiss accent, but that I don't do on purpose.
Nick's gonna fix his camera and accidentally bang his head on his desk, and he's just gonna talk Swiss the rest of the.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could do the stream in Swiss German. What do you guys think? Should I? Then we're gonna have like 3 viewers.
I mean, none of us are gonna know what the fuck you're talking about, but I guess we could. Why not?
We're gonna need an automatic translator on the stream.
Wieso nicht, Matt? Kannst du kein Schweizerdeutsch? That's Swiss German.
Da.
What do you mean, da?
I don't know German.
Da is Russian. For yes.
Still, one of my all-time favorite stand-up moments was an old George Carlin bit. Every time I hear German, I think of this, where he goes, yeah, you know, they're debating in this country now to put all the school kids in uniforms, right? Which, of course, mostly has happened. And he's like, yeah, you know, I remember seeing kids in school in uniforms back in the, you know, in old newsreels from the 1930s, but I couldn't understand what they were saying because the narration was in German.
Oh, Lord. That's great.
All right. Nico, no, we don't say Grüß Gott in Switzerland. We say Grüezi. All right, let's run the marbles. Let's go. All right, Plinko again.
Magic carpet.
Plinko, chasing the current. I speak Swiss German, and English.
I'm confused what Swiss German is.
Well,
Is it like just a mixture of Swiss and German?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Swiss German is kind of like a very weird form of German, and we can understand German, but the Germans can't understand us.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a dialect. You know, it's weird.
Okay. We'll have to hear it sometime.
Jake says Swiss German is a drunk version of German. Yeah, that fits pretty well, I'd say. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Who's in the lead here? We got some weird letter combination in the lead. We got Tamarad 601 runner-up. Let's see who's going to win that. Still the weird letter number combination in the lead. Shukufuku, second place. First place and second place are both going to get a 50K growth account, guys. Keep that in mind. And if Brett wins, we're going to give 2 growth accounts to both of them. Second place and third place.
What is this?
But I haven't seen Brett on the leaderboard yet, so.
Is this like Satan's anus? This is weird.
All right, we got our 2 winners here. Oh shit! Now I have to actually say that. Damn it!
Not Satan's anus.
So we got 0xkj5g as our first winner, and we got Alistair as our runner-up. So both of you guys are gonna get a 50K growth account. Type something in the chat and make sure you actually add your email address to the YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you and send you your accounts. Congratulations, guys.
I just can't get over Satan's anus.
Well, we made it almost 2 hours. Well, yeah, we
I
made
tried
it
to
2.5
ignore
hours.
it, guys.
Yeah,
I
okay.
tried to ignore it.
Oh,
man.
God.
You know,
Oh,
now somebody's
Lord.
going to change their screen name to that. We're going to have St. Venus in the chat every single day now.
They get an immediate funded account.
I mean, what didn't we
That was
have?
a joke.
We had fake Trump and fake J-Pow in here arguing one day. That was.
What do you mean fake?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
the real ones. We have Warren
They
Buffett.
clearly
in here
have
too.
nothing better to do than to
Oh,
do it.
Lord.
J-Pow's
got-
looking to us to tell them whether to raise or lower interest rates.
No, dude, we got Warren Buffett in here. We have Elon. We have Ray Dalio in the chat. So, I mean, dude, those are the real deals.
Leia says, should we start a band with that name?
That's a very metal name, though. Like that really is.
It is indeed.
That's awesome.
Well, if nothing else, because the shitty band that comes on and opens like at the beginning, like y'all ready for Satan's anus? Somebody just tuned into the stream now. They're like, what?
Yeah, they're like,
is going on at
I think I'm in the
Tradeify?
wrong place.
Yeah.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared. Oh, man.
Okay, so for everyone who follows us on Twitter, hashtag Satan's anus later.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, that's it.
There's actually, I actually just looked it up. There's a guy called Satan's Anus on SoundCloud.
I don't know if you want to look up Satan's anus on Google, guys.
Yeah,
Don't
don't.
do
There's
don't-
a guy on SoundCloud actually.
Especially if you're at work, don't Google.
Not safe for work. Google win. Google search.
HR will be calling you momentarily.
Oh man. I'm not sure if it was a good idea to extend the stream by an hour. This is gonna.
Oh, we'd still be on our old schedule now. This is.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna have more marble races, guys. So at least we got some entertainment.
Yeah, because we
Entertainment.
are in an old-fashioned. It's not really barcodey. It's just not going anywhere. Like our 5-minute ATR one more shitty candle. Our 5-minute ATR is going to go below 20. That is really unusual for 2 hours into the New York session. Usually we're up above 30 at this point. So that's very, very strange.
Yeah, it's not really doing much and very frustrating because bulls and bears are fighting this level here. 600 still, is that key area. We keep trying to drop down into this previous day high, but right now holding the EMAs, the 9 EMAs on the 5-minute. I've been watching this to see, on NASDAQ. Yes, still the stronger of the two for sure, but yeah, just kind of consolidating in this range. I think deciding whether or not we want to continue above 600 or not. Let me tell you, if I was still playing options, those would be getting destroyed right now from this back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we do actually have now a Satan's Anus in the chat. You guys never disappoint. You never do. Best chat in the business. I'm not even making that up. Not even close.
You know what's funny? I think with YouTube, when you change your name, you can change it back for at least 2 weeks. So he's going to be stuck on that.
Yeah, I was
for a
gonna say.
while.
I think. Hopefully, hopefully that's the case. I'd love for somebody to be stuck with that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And if you are stuck with that, we need to hear from you every single day that you are in here.
Yep.
That's hilarious. I can't
What
believe
is
you
this-
changed your name.
What is this stream turning into, guys?
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, Joker changed his name. Yeah, you fucked up
No,
there, bro.
dude, you serious? Ouch.
That was Joker?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, you're such a loser.
Nick, we can't be calling our chat members losers.
Yeah, but I know him personally, so I can.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lord.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's almost 11:07 here, Nick. So I think we need you to get in this.
I mean, I'm just gonna place a trade for the sake of it. 11:07 is the time. I have marked it out on my chart now. We see the red line. The red line is the 1107 candle. Drew, can you switch to my chart really quick? All right, the red line it is. And then I should also put this on here. There you go. Maybe that helps. 1107. Market is gonna move. Should I enter a trade?
Should you?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
Do it now. One micro.
Get to the chopper.
That's funny.
Alistair, how do we claim the price? Make sure to add your email address to your YouTube channel description and we're gonna email it to you.
Check your spam, guys, because just us cold emailing you usually goes into spam if you haven't interacted with Tradeify email before.
Yeah. ES is making new highs here, guys.
And if you guys are feeling really ambitious, make sure you don't want to miss it. If you get anything from Tradeify, make sure to put them on your whitelist so it goes directly into your inbox.
Yes, making new highs. Nasdaq struggling. But I mean, 1107, everything will change.
At what point do we just switch over to karaoke?
I'm down. I'll do it.
Well, we should start playing games on stream, though. If
You guys don't know this, but Swiss Nick actually does a dead-on Michael Jackson impersonation. So
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not sure about that, Matt.
Come on, man, you go with it. We could keep that hustle going on for at least a couple of months before people figure out you can't do it.
I can do a backflip, but I can't do a moonwalk, which is kind of weird because I feel like a moonwalk would be easier.
On the right surface, a moonwalk's not that hard.
Well, on
it's just what he could do. He could do it on any floor that was impressive.
Oh yes, Yasir got my meme joke. There we go. So wait a minute. Who are you? All right, we got 1105.
Are you having PTSD right now?
Nah, it's starting to tingle in my hands. Joker is back.
That sounds like you need some medical attention.
All right. Six is saying Tradeify shorts. YouTube shorts of me backflipping, flipping, flip. Can't speak anymore, but backflipping, I can do that. Should I do a short? I can. Guys, Six, do you have an idea? We could probably do something funny mixed with a backflip. Something weird. Come up with an idea and I'll do it.
I think you should do a video of you taking a trade in the afternoon session when we're not on, and a short trade, and you have to do backflips until you get out of the trade.
Well,
at the start of every 1 minute candle, you do a backflip until you're out of the trade.
Oh, that would be hard. On a trampoline, that would be easy. What happened to Mariam? She got fired.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it's because rough. She didn't wear a white shirt yesterday.
Yep, that's it. So. Yeah.
And no, Drew, I don't want to do a backflip right now after sitting for like 2.5 hours. I would break my back.
Hey, Nick, you notice like when you and I take short breaks, nobody ever asks where the hell we go.
Yeah. I mean, we know by now. Everybody loves
1 minute. And it's like, where's Mariam? Where's Mariam? Where's Mariam?
We can't deny it, Matt. Mariam is the fan favorite. It's just how it is. She deserves it, though. I mean, look at her trading. She's crushing it.
Yeah. It's been a great week for her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was it her first time? Yeah, it was only her first time. She's got at least 10 more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely in the lead of getting fired. Yeah, Shiz Naz, you got eye candy here with Matt. I mean, look at him.
I feel like I belong in LA.
LA.
Yeah, I did. I didn't even put on my makeup this morning, Nick. I just have this natural glow today.
That's crazy. I don't know how you do that, man.
Yeah. What can I say?
I feel so much better now that the 1107 candle is done.
Yeah. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. You're back at it, huh?
Ooh, I'm fine now. I feel like now we can bring back Mariam because the 1107 candle is done.
Are you guys talking shit? What's going on here?
No, we just informed the chat that you were fired for the first time, so
Oh,
don't worry.
I'm back. I'm back that quick.
She's back.
I was getting my vocal cords ready for this karaoke session we're about to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Which song do you want to sing?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what song do we sing? Maybe
No,
something.
no. What song do you sing? Just you.
Just me.
Yeah. Well, maybe a duo with Matt.
Maybe something from the Satan Anus band.
I think with a band like that, you don't even have to really be able to sing. You just nail the
Scream it.
guitar as hard as possible, and like every 30 seconds you go die. Just
Hey, that was a pretty good Batman voice, Matt.
yeah. I think it's more villain voice than Batman. Batman's a little more like grovelly. I can't do a Batman voice without coughing.
I don't know. I honestly, so okay, screamo, the screamo genre, I will say is actually pretty impressive. To be able to utilize that part of your voice and your
Mhm.
vocal cords without choking, I'll give it to you. I don't know. I would lose my voice very quickly, but very, very impressive. I don't know, Leia, if you were doing that in your metal band days.
Like I am so fascinated by this now. Like I want to hear the song.
Can you drop a link?
Karaoke was just like a pill. Pink. Yeah.
She used to scream in the band and sing.
Did you ever were you one of those metal bands like you just walk up to fans in the front row and just like punch them in the mouth? And they
Like,
they
"Do
say
it
thank you, and
again."
after like thank you, sir, may I have another?
Hey, Turbo Skeeter saying I want to see Matt singing Baby Shark. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Fun
Guys,
fact,
you're
if you didn't
funny.
know, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is the same song as, isn't it the ABCs or something like that? Yeah,
I have
ABCs.
no idea.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G is the same thing as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah, true.
song.
True.
It's
So
also
this is
this
turning into a music stream now, huh?
Yeah.
It can be.
This is
can
what
be.
happens when the indexes just lock up on us.
As long as Mariam sings in her southern voice, we all would love to hear.
Well, but see, at least we can keep people entertained. Like we don't have to, there's. I'm not going to name any other names, but some of those other programs out there, like, well, we're at 22,581 now. We could head a little higher, or we could head a little lower. Like, thanks for the fucking analysis, genius, right? Like, but see, this is honestly, guys, and this is like, I know we're having fun here, but this when there's not any opportunities, don't sit there and talk yourself into something. Right now, I mean, maybe you I don't know what strategy would have made money in the last 30 minutes, but if you had one, great. That's you should be taking your setups regardless. But honestly, having a little distraction and I find, we're doing a little banter and poking fun and taking breaks and doing whatever we need to do. That's what you should be doing when the markets are shit. Right? You shouldn't be sitting there because I have a tendency to talk myself into a trade. Most of you know and have commented, like you see us looking around because we're looking at other charts and doing this. I've been looking at the camera for most of the last 30 minutes now simply because I don't want to sit here and talk myself into a trade. So,
Fair enough.
I see ASMR market analysis. Some people cannot stand the sound of ASMR. It is.
I don't get it. It doesn't bother me, but like I
Yeah.
don't see the benefits of it. Like.
We would just be like with the fingernails on the microphone, like Nasdaq is going up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't do it right now.
I've already said I would be Simon. We did that on like the first or second show, and Nick would be sort of the neutral guest because I mean he's Swiss, and then like Miriam's a very positive person. She'd be Paula.
That's the side of me that you see when I'm not in a trade.
Plus, I really just want to hear Nick go. It's going to be a no from me, dog.
Hey, here, why you never win the marble race? Well, have you done your naked jumping checks? Gotta do those.
Shame, shame. Oh, Lord. Starting to get this push up to the 600 level. Let's see if they can clear. There's a wall of sellers sitting there.
A wall?
A wall.
Whoa. Actually, guys, now would be a great time to take some questions too. So if anybody wants to ask us some questions regarding our strategies or our mindset, rules, whatever it is, feel free to put them in the chat and we're more than happy to answer.
Burke trades. Are you talking about ASMR gives you brain tickles? Is that what I'm reading?
Brain Tickle sounds like a K-pop band.
So we got brain tickles and Satan's anus.
And Satan's anus. Yeah, well, those two would never be on the same tour.
Why not? One could be the preview. How do you call it?
That is some shit Lollapalooza would put on the same stage, though.
The side act. And,
Lord.
Nikolai, that's what's a good flag setup for me? All right, let's dive into that. Let me find one for you, actually. So I'll find one, but while I do try to find one, I'll also explain it. So basically what I'm looking for is a clear direction, right? So I'm looking for either a clean move to the upside or a clean move to the downside. And then I wait for a consolidation to happen. And once I do get the consolidation, which is the flag, I'll show you a visual example of that in a sec. I take the trade once we have a 1 minute candle pushing outside of that consolidation. During the London session, the 1 minute candle has to close outside of the flag. And during the US session, I take it as soon as it starts to break. Here's a great example. I think that one is pretty good. So right here, that was on, no way. Oh, that was the 1107 candle. PTSD kicking in. So we had the general trend to the upside, right? Then we had, I actually even have marked this out already. We had the consolidation, aka the flag. Just for you to see this a bit easier, let me remove these other lines here. So basically the flag I'm looking at is this right here, right? And then we had the 1 minute candle push out of this. So this was during US session, so my entry would have been anywhere around here. Stop below the flag, so that would have been a 11-point stop, which is pretty sweet. And then usually I shoot for 25 points for my first target. If I'm in 10 micros, I'm going to go for around 50 points for my second target. However, I will trail my stop. So for a 25-point target, this would have been pretty nice. But that's pretty much the flag setup on the bull side. And then on the bear side, obviously the opposite. So we need the market to move down. And then we have a consolidation where the flag points up. So it would look something like this right here. Right, same exact system. You have the consolidation in between that area. And then as soon as we move out of this, we take a short. That's a flag setup. Clear?
600 back on deck here.
Nice clear of that 600. Let's see if we can actually hold it here now.
Mm-hmm. During the London session, we had these kind of moves already all the time. We had one at 4:24 in the morning. We had one at 3:17 in the morning right here. Pretty much the same candle where we just pushed the highs and then pulled right back. We had one at 6:22 in the morning. And then obviously we had one before at 10:05. Then we had one at 10:31. And now we have the next one at 11:16. So I wouldn't put too much trust in that, to be honest.
Crazy.
Let's see what else we got in the chat. Do you ever play the fair value gaps? No, none of us do actually. We don't trade ICT, but we have had ICT guests on before. We had Tanya Trades on. We had Brian Stonk on. And we will for sure have more ICT traders on in the future as well. That's a pretty good question here. And Miriam and I have pretty much the same rules on this. So Miriam, why don't you answer this? How do you decide when to be done after a losing day? Number in drawdown or number in losers, etc.?
How many? Sorry, say that part again. I just took a trade at 598.
Oh, nice. Well, just how do you decide when to be done after a losing day or like during a losing day?
After a losing day, so my losing rule is very simple. My losing rule is that if I take 2 losses in a row, I'm done. It doesn't necessarily have to be in a row. It can be that I, took a loss, made a win, but then my next loss is going to be completely out. So that's my rule. I don't trade after that. It's saved me on multiple accounts, just not having to, over trade or feel like I'm missing out on a move or anything like that. So that's my rule for myself, is that I just, after 5 losses, I'm done.
5 losses, not 2?
5 losses. I don't know why I said 5. I'm telling background Nick that I'm in 5 minis right now.
I'm glad I caught that.
Yeah. No, 2 losses is
losses.
my stop.
Somebody's still typing Nas mommy now. Better make sure you're watching this live.
Yeah, make sure this is a live. This is on live. Make sure you have that red button next to your the live icon.
Sky Area is asking, how does Miriam trade? How do you trade, Miriam?
Aggressively.
Well,
That's the best way I can put it.
That is a pretty good explanation, not gonna lie.
It is. I'm a very aggressive trader. I definitely look for scalping. So in my options days, I used to definitely, I used to take the breakout on every trade, and it used to work out very well for me. The problem with that nowadays is like, you could get a breakout and not, or get a breakout and then a fake breakout, right? So it's really unfortunate sometimes when you get, top ticked, as Nick would know. But it's that's not fun. But so I will usually wait for a break of a certain level and then look at it on the 2-minute and then re-enter if I see a lot of buying pressure. I'm gonna take some off here because I did enter heavy on this.
Nice. What's heavy?
5
minutes. Oh, nice. That's a good trade.
I felt a little FOMO after my last one, unfortunately. So this is break even for me now. A little above 601 is my stop.
Nice, very good.
600 even is my stop on this play.
Very
I'm looking for 620. I'm looking for about like 625 is where I see some sellers sitting on Bookmap. So I wanna get 620 off. So we'll be entering that. What are you? Matt? Are you in a trade?
Matt is not here. He has his
he has this thing on.
little break.
Little break.
Little break, yeah. You know what? Speaking the British accent just makes me feel better, yeah. I feel so much more positive, yeah.
Yeah, Leia, I did take 5 minis on that, not micros. I am trading
You're a beast.
my personal account here.
Yeah.
So I've been feeling a little aggressive lately. I know I typically take like the micros. If I take a micro, I'll take, a small position for me will be, 12 micros, 20 micros is decent. But I went aggressive. I went aggressive today. But I'm happy with my gains so far on this play. So I'm up about 700 on it.
Very nice.
I'm keeping my stop in profits, so if I get stopped out, it's fine. Not a big deal.
Wang Q is saying, bloody hell, this ain't water. I love the Brits.
it.
I was actually born in the UK.
Were you really?
No joke, but I only lived there for like 3 months and then we moved to Switzerland.
Huh. So do you ever go back? Visit your old stomping grounds?
I mean, yes, I did once with my dad. That was pretty cool to see.
Okay.
I actually will go to the UK on the 11th of July. I'm not going to be here on stream that day. And I'm actually going to be standing on a double-decker plane while it's in the air. It's going to be sick.
Wait. Standing on a double-decker plane.
Yep.
I've actually never been on one of those.
It's called wing walking.
Wing walking.
Yeah, wait, I'll put an image of it here up on my charts. You
That's
can see
actually
it.
amazing.
Look,
Double-decker plane. I've never been on one of those.
No, me neither. Drew, can you switch to my charts real quick? You see it, Miriam?
Wow. That's actually what you're doing?
Yeah, imagine how cool that is. That's some Tom Cruise type shit.
That is sick.
It's gonna be fun. I love that, Miriam. I love that you said that is sick, because when I showed it to Matt, you know what he said? That sounds like the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
No, if you know me, I am all for thrill. I am all for like,
Nice.
Put me on whatever crazy adventure and I'll do it. Like skydiving, whatever.
Oh, did you ever skydive?
I haven't skydived.
Oh, you have to do it, Miriam. You have to do it.
I know.
It is such a peaceful feeling, you know? It's weird.
Is it?
I did the skydiving license about 2 years ago. So I can jump on my own. And the thing is,
wow,
like when you skydive, it's so weird. This is the only place on planet Earth, or the only activity on planet Earth that I've ever done where my mind completely shuts off. It's like so peaceful. Even
how many times have you been skydiving?
I have 86 jumps.
Yo,
I don't go a lot. 86 is not a lot in 2 years for a skydiver. Like any skydivers in the chat, you know, like I should be at like 200-300 by now. But anyways, the thing is, your mind completely switches off. It's crazy. It's such a nice feeling.
that's actually nuts. Yeah, I don't know about that, but anyways, I got stopped out on that trade. But good lord. I don't know if I would do 86, but it definitely seems enticing. Maybe Drew's saying take a trade mid free fall. that would be quite the
live streaming from the plane or from the free fall. Yeah, that would be sick. That would be sick.
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually I didn't know that about you. I know you did like some parkour and all that good stuff, but yeah, I didn't know that you were so adventurous in that way.
Yeah, I love it.
We might have to do a live.
We should do a Tradeify TV skydive trip. That would be fun. Yeah. Matt would hate us for it, but hey, that's how it is.
Oh, that's funny.
Joker saying, can we mute Nick? People about to stand on planes all over the world.
Oh, Lord. That's Sean says, yeah, I stopped out of that trade, guys. Total profit on that specific trade was 466. So really my entry should have been like, I should have kept my entry at, or my stop a little bit below this 9 EMA, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's
This Jack cracks me up. Can we jump together? I don't have a license, so you need to take me. We'll be close. You guys are funny. Oh man,
y'all are crazy. I'm way into the extreme sports though. That's how I started. My poor parents would always like worry that one day they would see me like on TV doing some wild shit, like hood rat shit.
Yeah, it's funny. Like my mom always was all for it, and my dad was always. My dad is like Matt. He was always like, "Hey, are you fucking stupid? Why would you do that?" There's actually I think it's the tallest outside elevator in the world, or in Europe at least. I think it's Europe. But two friends of mine and I, we climbed that and made a video of it. And then when my mom saw it, she was like, "Oh, this is so sick! This is amazing!" And my dad almost killed me for it.
Oh my gosh. So your mom was all for it, but your dad
Yeah.
wasn't?
Yeah, she loved it.
That's usually the opposite.
Yep. Yep.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, snowboarding was my top thing. I've been doing that since 13. Definitely don't recommend like getting into it in your 30s though. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal on your joints.
Sean, I entered at 98. I got out actually right at 611 for 3 cons and then kept 2 cons. I got stopped out on one of them and then kept the other one, but just got stopped out on that at 99 on that last one. So just a little in profit. So now we're getting this pullback here. We're getting this break of the EMA on the 2-minute.
I like that selling pressure.
Exit. Yeah, the selling pressure coming in. That 600 level is still going to be key. We did try to hold above it on the 5-minute, but we did now take out pretty much these last 20-minute candles.
Also, Matt, Graham Penguin actually said in the chat pretty much 1 minute after you left, where did Matt go? Don't want him to feel left out. So.
Aw, thank you. I also see the comment, I need to get out of my mom's basement more. Hey, this is my basement, God damn it.
My mom asks me if she can hang out.
Yeah, that's right. Damn it. What was that Millhouse? My mom says I'm cool.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom often watches the show. If you're watching, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Oh,
that's
man.
fun. Do your parents watch, Nick?
They have, yeah, 2-3 times, but they're certainly not watching all the shows that we do.
Probably for good.
Yeah.
No.
I know my fiance watches from work a lot too. So hey, baby.
What's up? If you're hearing this, Matt won't let me meet
la
you.
la 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 la.
And I would very much like to.
It's be nice to each other. Don't fight.
Oh, look at that. Wow, nice little drop down there.
No,
it's very concerning for me, actually. My fiance and my mom have become really good friends. So that's the next 40 years for me are gonna be rough.
Careful, yeah.
Thankfully I love my mom and I love my fiance. So
Miriam, Leah still wants to know what your risk was on that last trade.
My risk was barely nothing, honestly. So I got in on an aggressive move. I really waited for that 9 EMA. I think my risk was probably like less than 4 points. So barely anything. And the reason for that was it was a similar trade that I took to couple trades ago where I literally just got in on the momentum. So the moment that it started pushing up, I moved my stop to break even. So really I didn't have any risk on that.
Nice.
This was more of like a momentum scalp trade. I wanted to see the initial bounce and then the move up, which we kind of tried to get, but again, we didn't really hold it. So
all right.
Now we're holding VWAP. This previous day high is still holding.
Yep. Previous day high is definitely holding.
This would have been more of a momentum trade for me that I would have liked to take.
It's interesting though. ES is so much higher above previous day high than Q is.
Totally.
So
yeah.
They're still not aligned. However, guys, let's do a little surprise quick giveaway here. We're sitting at 733 likes. Let's get it to 750. It's just 17 more, and we're gonna do another marbles race for 2 50K growth accounts. Just smash that like button really quick. And
where are we at on the likes, Nick? I know you keep an eye on that.
What's that? Sorry.
I said, where are we on the likes?
That's 733 right now.
Nice.
Very nice. And now 743.
Let's see if VWAP can break. I'm done trading for the day. Honestly, I feel like I traded a lot today in these last few days. So I will be curious though to see if we do clear yesterday's high on NASDAQ here, sitting close to where VWAP would be as well. So we can get this bounce. I don't know. I don't really like this aggressive candle that we got on the 5-minute though. So it is showing me that sellers are in control so far.
All right. Like count is 750. Cool. Let's Miriam, did you mean that with the keyword that you put in the chat earlier?
Yeah.
You want to do it, but that means you need to announce it, okay?
Or I mean, is Drew ready for it?
Wait,
yeah, because we need to clip this.
I'll ping it. Oh wait, you want that one? Which
No,
one do you want?
I was trying to for the people that might find this very offensive.
Okay, I'll delete the message. Don't worry, never mind. Ooh.
Especially if I say it, I feel like it's gonna be whole new.
It's gonna be a meme.
That's why I said you have to say it yourself. I'm not gonna sit here dropping that keyword.
Yeah, see, why do I have to get the hit for it? Oh man.
All right, Drew is ready. Miriam, whenever you want, drop the keyword.
All right, this one's specific to someone in the chat earlier, but and if you think you know what it is, it's not what you think it is. It is brain tickles.
One word.
Brain tickles.
Word. First 300 are going to get in. Oh, let me actually be one of the first 300. Brain tickles.
While we're waiting for that, I want to ask the question. I asked it earlier, but I know our audience turns over a little bit. I saw a bunch of things on social media yesterday when Tradeify made the change from 10 days to 7 for a payout. I saw several people that said, "Oh, I was waiting. I was waiting a couple more days for a payout. I was worried about losing parts of my." And that change made it immediately possible for them to pull, in some cases, a few $1,000s out of their funded account. So, is anyone in here?
I saw.
I'm sorry.
18K was a payout I saw because of
excellent.
The
wow.
So if anyone is in that group, don't put it in now, but maybe wait a minute when the brain tickles are done to let us know if you were positively affected by that.
Brain tickles.
I saw a bunch of them on Twitter actually. It's great.
Doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Strangers in the night.
You actually have such a nice voice, Matt. Not gonna
Thank
lie.
you. I appreciate
Very
it.
serenady.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
I just want to know, do you sing lullabies to your fiance at night?
She would probably smack me if I did. But,
He better be.
Like, can you shut the hell up?
yeah,
I'm trying
to sleep. Shut up.
That's great. Yeah,
No, it's been an extra, since we bought the place and moved in together. It's been an exercise for me. And of course, she, there were times she'd stay with me or I'd stay with her before. But like now, it's just the two of us. Yet we got a king size bed, actually a split king, because we like different mattress types. And so when you wake up at like 1 a.m. to hit the restroom, it's mostly pitch black in there, and you got to figure out where are the cats. Right. And then where is my dog? Because my dog is sleeping on the floor as well. So it's like it is like a 1 a.m. obstacle course.
Dang.
I may or may not still be dealing with the effects of the edible that I usually take to go to sleep. So it's an interesting experience, but I feel like I've got it down after about 6 months.
That's the best thing you've said all stream. Well, aside from Satan's anus, but yeah.
Guys, we see the marble race here on the screen. Somebody in the chat asked for a race with 0% death rate. Unfortunately, 1% death rate is the closest we could find. So yeah, let's run them. Is that an engine?
Yeah, it looks like it. In the middle of a park.
Mm-hmm. All right, that looks complicated,
Hmm.
but it looks sick. The black track looks super nice, so clean.
Is it tickling your brain?
It is. That sound effect is tickling my brain.
Oh.
Taylor in the lead. Greed in the lead. Greed already won this once. Now he's gone. But we had no deaths. No deaths so far. Nobody yoinked off the track yet. All right, we got a winner here. And we also got the runner-up. Oh, didn't that guy already win yesterday? Billy Sam? I think so.
Really?
I think so. That name looks extremely familiar.
Hmm.
But congrats, guys. Arnel Soriano and Billy Sam. Make sure to type something in the chat so that we see you're there to claim your prize. And then also make sure to add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you. Yeah, but Billy Sam said just in the chat, yeah, he won already yesterday. Oh, damn. That's some luck
wow.
right there.
Go
Congrats,
buy a
guys.
lottery ticket, brother.
You both won a 50K growth account.
Congrats. That's fun.
Oh, Logan. Logan,
had
sorry
that
about that. Logan got third. That hurts. Do we have both in the chat? Oh yeah, Arnell as well. Great. Cool. Just make sure to add your emails to your YouTube channel description and we'll send you the code for free. 50K growth accounts. Do we still have some more giveaways today? Yes, we do.
How dare you ask?
How dare you ask, mayonnaise unicorn?
Mayonnaise.
What's that? What name is that? Mayonnaise unicorn.
Mayonnaise. Is that how you guys say
Mayonnaise? Are you?
Yeah,
You're,
that's a Swiss
you're
pronunciation.
putting the wrong
Mayonnaise.
emphasis on the wrong syllable.
How do you say it, LA girl?
it? Mayonnaise. Well, no, that's not how you
Mayonnaise.
No, the proper way is in LA. We don't put anything on our sandwiches.
Yeah.
It's all natural.
Ew, mayonnaise?
It's all natural. And then we go on a hike.
Matcha.
Okay.
We use dried sea moss.
Well, be careful with that pronunciation.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, mayo. In the Midwest, just like give me some mayo.
Mayo is feels right. Sean, I see your question here. Could you please explain how you use the moving average? Yeah, I mean, if you go to my charts real quick here, Drew, I can show you what I'm using here. So, I really look at the 9 EMA, so it's the 9 moving average that I use on my charts, and it's really just for me to get an idea of like where price could potentially bounce or reject. And I use it in conjunction with VWAP. So for me, I like to see, especially like places like this where the 9 EMA and VWAP are pretty close together. That gives me further indication, but it's really not it's not supposed to be as complicated. It's really just for me to see where price could potentially bounce at. And you can see right here, like, we had a nice push up at 6:50, well, 6:55 my time, but it's 10:55 or 9:55 in the morning Eastern. We got this nice push up, and then every time we would come back, we would bounce right at this 9 EMA. Now, of course, we would get moments where we would drop above it, but eventually we would kind of like we call it riding the EMA. So for me, it's nice to use this confluence when I'm actually in a trade. It's also good for me to see, like, in terms of a trend, right? If we are in an uptrend, or if we're in a downtrend, it's nice for me to see potential areas of entry, which is why today I was using it for these moves to get into. And so, once we kind of broke this 9 EMA, you can see we kind of bounced back. We rejected it a little bit, but then we kind of pushed right through it. So right now, now that we're above it, I would anticipate that we we use it as an area of potentially bouncing at. And it's not always perfect, right? This is why I don't always just like use one thing. And I don't recommend like, you know, beginner traders just use one thing, of course. But it's, for me, it's nice when I'm actually in a trade to kind of give me an idea of where, you know, price could potentially bounce at or break. So for me, I use it more so when I'm actually in a trade. So I hope that was helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I can't settle my mind on the fact that it's lagging. Yeah, it is a lagging indicator, and that's most indicators, right? The only indicator that really isn't lagging is volume. And so, I mean, any indicator you're going to use is going to be a lagging indicator, but that's why I say you don't want to use it just primarily for your trades. You want to look at other areas of confluence. So, yeah, and I look at other things as well. So,
but even volume is technically lagging.
How so?
I mean, you only see it once it's in.
Well, it's not lagging in the sense where it comes after the fact. It's happening in real time.
That is true. That is true. Logan is asking, what time frame do you use the 9 EMA on?
So I actually use it on the 5-minute. I sometimes use it on the 2-minute when I'm looking at these moves that I'm in, but for the most part, I like it more on the 5-minute. It seems to be respected a lot more. And yeah, I used to use the 21. I did actually used to use the 21 EMA, but I kind of stopped using it. And I know some people use like the 8 EMA, the 11 EMA. It's just preference. It's really not like there's like a right one to use or wrong one to use. Do you guys use the EMAs at all, or any EMAs?
Yeah, 50 EMA.
Okay, yeah.
I use a ton when I'm doing swing trading. Like if I'm looking for, you know, to play directionally something in options as opposed to, you know, credit spreads or condors or anything. Yeah, I'll use an 8. I'll use a 3 and an 8, a 3, 8, and a 50.
Oh, 3. I haven't heard of that one.
The 3-8 EMA crossover is one of the oldest and easiest swing trading kind of methods. You just got to, once you figure out ways to filter out the chop and use that in conjunction with candlesticks.
So it's a 3-8 crossover?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So 3 crosses over 8. In theory, you're long. Now you're not doing it just on the cross. You want other confirmation, be it in candlesticks or some other. Maybe I'll throw all that up on a 5-minute NASDAQ one time, and we'll just see what the hell happens. Right?
I know,
because that's trading, right? You just throw shit on your screen and see if it's something. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's not. Maybe we'll. In fact, maybe it's an exercise we can all do together. It's not. I'll create an additional chart on TradingView for tomorrow. We'll throw it up there. Nothing but the with the 5-minute candlesticks and 3 and 8, and we'll watch it for a couple weeks and see what happens.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm here for it.
Maybe we can design a very basic system together right here on Tradeify TV.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
But that's the case, right? I mean, but I know this because we've exchanged this question before. But you guys have both learned strategies or systems that you maybe have put in some work, whether it's a couple weeks, couple months, just like no, not for me, or just doesn't have the statistical edge or the risk to reward that fits into my trading methodology, right? So at that, I've probably learned 20 day trading systems that I just don't use regularly, right? I really only use 2 or 3. So, but you should always have. I used to have. Maybe we can break this down in shorter videos for the Tradeify YouTube channel. But I used to do a big long webinar on how to develop a system. And there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1 is really just you're watching, paying attention, sort of both back testing and visual front testing, and then you're writing rules, paper trading, doing all that, adjusting everything. And then stage 3 is a gradual scale up. And, my whole thing is you should always have at least 1 or 2 systems in development in stage 1 or 2, because one of the best pieces of advice I got from one of the first really successful day traders I was able to interact with in the space said he had been doing it for about 20 years. And he said, one of the constants is change, right? He says the systems that I use to make money now are not the same ones I used 5 years ago. Those weren't the same ones I used 5 years before that. And he was the one that really imparted in me, you have to constantly be developing and constantly learning. Yeah, you can coast for a year or 2 if you have something really good, but odds are something really good's not always going to work, right? We saw it in the options. The option sweeps used to be a great way to find the big boys' money. And you still can from time to time, but they've gotten a lot better about hiding that action. They've gotten a lot better about hiding some of their iceberg orders in Bookmap and in the MBO order flow. Some you can pick out, some you can't. So the big boys are always going to try to find ways to do what they do without letting us know what they're doing, right? And so ultimately, it's one of the reasons I don't often go down that road and like, okay, what's big money doing? I just want to concentrate on the technicals because that tells me where things are statistically headed anyway.
Yeah, it's all about probabilities as well. So yeah, definitely different trading environments that we've been seeing.
I would love to see you do that webinar on Tradeify, actually.
Yeah, maybe we can schedule that. Maybe we can do that one night.
Piece of content.
I love doing evening webinars. They're so laid back.
Yeah. After dark.
Tradeify after dark.
I'm Batman.
That's just your favorite thing, huh?
Oh yeah.
If I ever do that though, it's gonna be like 3 a.m. where Nick is, and I'm just gonna text the shit out of him the whole time. Like, wake up, get on stream. Wake up.
Dude, I have my phone on airplane mode. You can text me all you want.
I know because
airplane mode.
Yeah.
Is that because you're jumping off an airplane at the time?
Yeah, I always put it on airplane mode while skydiving. Keeps me afloat longer.
Well, shouldn't you be out of airplane mode as soon as you jump out of the airplane?
What's that?
Shouldn't you be out of airplane mode as soon as you jump out of the airplane?
Well, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Have you ever taken a call in the air?
I have not, but I have taken I have made videos while hanging on the parachute.
We got to see some of these. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Well,
yeah, Pixar didn't happen.
All right, now, Drew, I'm gonna make you work here in the background. How do we pull up a video of me skydiving? Let me actually find one really quick.
No, the time difference is very apparent in our group text because, after the show or whatever, Mary and I will go back and forth on a few things, and then Nick won't say shit. And then I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and Nick's got like 5 messages responding to everything that we had in the group text.
Yeah, always. Always an issue. All right, I'll send this to Drew, and then let's see if he can make it work.
He's creating it in AI real quick.
Yeah. He's photoshopping really quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, Drew is a beast, guys. Chat, you don't even understand how much of a beast Drew is.
Yeah, can we get I don't want a Drew in the chat. I want Drew.
That's what we want.
I swear at least 10 times a day, Drew goes, what the fuck was I getting into?
Why did I get into this? It's like, I'd rather be playing Resident Evil right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have Saint Zanus on the show today. So that sounds like a level in Resident Evil.
Fair enough.
I could just hear his smirking right now. One of these days we'll get, you know what we should do? Ding, I have a light bulb idea. We should teach our producer Drew how to trade.
Hey, he already pulled it up. But that idea is great, Miriam. I love it.
Wait, who shot this?
Friend of mine. So the YT guy, obviously me, and then friend of mine with a 360 cam.
Dang.
And then on this jump, it's actually funny. We did so much bullshit. Because you can actually steer your body through the air. Like you can actually go close to each other. You can move away from each other.
That is nuts. Did you just flip him off?
Maybe. Maybe.
I feel like I need to send Drew a video of just me sitting on my couch drinking a beer now, just to counteract this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's so much.
But Miriam, we should definitely go skydiving.
I mean, knowing that you've done it like a million times kind of makes me feel a little better about it, not gonna lie. I don't know how the rest of my family would feel. They'd probably lose their shit, but I might too.
Well, there's the proof,
I'll
Miriam.
come with, but I'm just gonna stay on the ground. I'll be like, yeah, those 2 fucking idiots up there, I work with them.
Miriam, there's your proof.
Okay. All
Behind
right.
your stomach, Ramona. You know, I got a little bit of a dad bod, but I don't have a big enough gut to actually put my beer on it. That's, I guess, you know, hashtag life goals, but I'm just not there yet.
Oh no.
Maybe after I'm
That is
60.
pretty
I've
cool.
decided at 60, I'm just like, I'm not doing anything anymore. I'll just get as big as I can at that point.
Such an
Your
American
goal is not to lose
way.
weight, it's to gain it.
At that point, yes, why not?
Wow. Well, shout out to you, Nick. I mean, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
You just got a little bit cooler in my book.
Nice. Let's go. I'm the
Yeah.
I'm the fans' favorite.
Now, do you have to factor in like wind drag on curly hair for her?
That is true, but
Should I wear
Yes.
like a swim hat? Should I do that? I can.
that would look so stupid.
What do you mean? It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Bald
right.
is beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
well,
offending
on
me.
you, Matt. On you. Yes, I agree.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, sir. What you should say, yeah?
Yeah, don't crush my dreams here. Not being bald, but you know what I mean.
Oh man. Yeah, shout out to all you guys who went skydiving. I see a bunch of people in the chat who did it already. But if you want to do it, like if you do it for the first time, if you have never gone skydiving, guys, and you want to do it for the first time, make sure you do it in Dubai over the Palm. It is the sickest place to skydive. It's so
Is that
cool.
where that video was?
No, that was in Dubai, but in the desert. Because fun fact, you need to have 1,000 jumps to be jumping alone over the Palm, and I only have 86. So, but you can do a
Because
tandem jump.
1,000?
Yeah, but you can do a tandem jump over the Palm. Like that is so cool. I did that twice too. It's great, phenomenal. Highly
I mean,
recommend.
I don't know if I'd want to jump by myself regardless. But
Well, you would need to do a license for that, but hey, there we go, pumping it up on NQ. Yes,
nice.
lagging though. Yes, not making a new high, while NQ is making a new high.
For huge.
Yeah, white tees everywhere. Yeah, that literally is all you have in your closet, isn't it?
No, I also got the suit that I wore on the wedding of my friend. And then I also have, I think I have one black shirt.
Bullshit.
All
I'm calling bullshit.
right. Well, I can prove it. I can wear a white shirt to the stream tomorrow. Did I say white again?
Oh,
Yeah, you
white?
did.
Yeah, you said
Freudian,
white.
very Freudian. Yeah.
I meant black, obviously. Should I? Can we get a poll?
I don't think I've ever seen you wear anything other than white.
Yeah, because that's, I don't know. It's weird.
That's how I recognized you in Miami. You just walked up in a white tee.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like a tourist guide, you know? They always have the umbrella up in the air so the tourists can follow them. I just wear the
Yeah.
white. Easy. Oh, Leah, that's actually a great idea. Black Friday. Every Friday is Black Friday.
Okay, I can get with that.
Yeah, I'm
Except
sure.
Miriam
you do.
and I are wearing black today. So
Miriam wore black on Whitey Wednesday. Like, duh.
That's right. That's right. It's my go-to color. My go-to color.
No, I cannot wear black on the stream.
You
Well,
would blend
while
into your chair there.
Yeah, true. I would just vanish.
while we wait for kind of maybe a breakout play or something, some sort of other candle to indicate, guys, this is a good time for questions. If you have any question and trading related questions, again, anything that's support or like account related at Tradeify, we encourage you to check out the FAQ on tradeify.co and or make sure you jump into the Discord for any questions there. But other than that, guys, we got about a half hour left with you, so let's get those questions going. I mean, mostly serious questions, but if you want some smart ass questions, that's fine too. We're
We're
we
here
haven't
for
got our
that.
personality yet. We're definitely down with that.
Matt loves them.
We won't shy away.
Never.
Yeah, interesting plays that we're getting here.
How to trade no man's land, the best way to do it. Well, that would actually be interesting to hear from you, Matt, because Miriam and I just talked about the strategies that we use. But do you trade no man's land, and if so, how?
No, we don't trade no man's land. We wait for key areas and bounces or breakdowns of those areas.
Fair enough.
So you let the price develop and then you go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No wax on the head, Skeeter. This is all natural, my friend.
I had one earlier about protecting and moving stop up. It is a gut thing, or do you guys have a method? For me, the method is once I'm 15 points in profit, I'll move my stop to break even +1, just because usually my stops are anywhere between 15 and 20 points. And if I'm 15 points in profit and then I let the trade hit my stop loss at like 20 points, in my brain, I'm losing 35 points and not just those 20. So I made this my rule. Sometimes when price moves like way too fast, it hits my TP before I even get to move my stop, but that's my general rule.
Nice.
Let's see. Do you guys have a live account transition after a trader makes enough profits or payouts in their sim account? Yes, we do. That's what it's all about. Like trading at Tradeify, obviously you get sim payouts, but then also we move you to live once you meet the criteria. And then once you are in live, you actually get coached for free by our one and only Coach Tank, who's making sure that you not just made it to live, but you actually stay in live and make a shit ton of money there. So yep, we do. Are you three trading props right now? During the stream, no, we're trading live accounts.
Well, I have some props that I trade as well. But...
I do trade props as well, yeah, but not during the stream. I trade props during London session.
If you're in live, you probably don't need a coach, though. No, I think you might. I think that's the best time to have a coach as well, because you know, I mean, it's never a bad time to have a coach, right? Like you could still be someone who's trading for years and you still need that reminder sometimes, right? Like I still make mistakes, I still get crazy, I still have my moments where I need to bring myself back to a grounded state, and you know, having that accountability is super important. So can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you fine.
We're just catching up on the chat. How many times you been mistaken with Mini Me from Austin Powers? I'm 6'1", motherfucker. I've never been mistaken for Mini Me.
Oh no.
Maybe Dr. Evil. If I put on about 20 more pounds and stopped going outside for about 3 months, I could probably pull off Dr. Evil.
Matt is tall. I can confirm. I met him in Miami and he is really tall compared to me, but I'm like a little Swiss guy. You said 6'1", Matt?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a certain amount of meters.
Oh yeah? How many meters?
I don't know.
Between 1 and 2, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, we all have a coach. Coach Tank. Coach Tank coaches us.
Coach Tank.
So Taylor's got a great question there. First of all, Taylor, I know you were having some surgery. I hope everything's all right with your knee. I hope the rehab is going well. So actually what happened is I still am a little foggy as to what happened. All I know is I was sitting here trading and all of a sudden somebody kicked my door in and I saw Brett coming down the stairs. Next thing I know, I got black bagged and I'm on a plane to Miami. Okay. And so we got there and he's like, listen, motherfucker, you are going to trade for us on stream. And I'm like, I don't even know who you are. This is kind of weird. But you know, after a few days of breaking it, I got there. I'm like, yeah, I'll do the show. So that's kind of how it happened. I don't know how it happened for you guys. I think you guys just applied, but
well, I got shipped from Switzerland.
Shipped. Yeah.
Put in a
I
box
was,
and shipped.
Oh, don't complain. He sent you overnight.
Express
actually.
express delivery. It actually was that way. I mean, I remember we wanted to each book out a photo studio in our hometowns to do the photo shoots and video shoots, and then suddenly we spoke about, hey, why don't we just all fly to Miami? And then I think 2 or 3 days later, I was in Miami.
And here we are.
Yeah, but that was actually so cool. Like meeting you guys in person, I feel like that adds so much to the team spirit. So
Team spirit. Woo!
team spirit, yay!
Go team.
So, Brett, if you want a better team, even better team, we need to meet again.
We'll do a live podcast.
Yeah, no, Tony's right. Like we're not actually in 3 different locations. We're locked in different corners of Brett's basement.
Yeah, ever seen Severance? That's what our
That's
whole
a great
office is.
show. That is that show is one of the biggest mind fucks on television that I've ever seen.
I'm only on episode. We're only on episode 5, I believe, and it's starting to get kind of
the
weird.
first 3 are a slog. Like
Yeah.
you got to punch through those first 3, and then you get to the last 5 minutes of the first season, you're like, oh. And then the whole
okay.
second season just like, it's a complete. Yeah, it's every episode. Like I felt like I needed to recover for 20 minutes after them.
Oh man, yeah. So far, I'm definitely entertained. I'm amused.
Yeah, facts, Joker. The team spirit would be the best if they fly in private jets. That is very true. Let Brett
Did you
know.
hear that, Brett? Did you hear that? I should just start like speaking random things, and if Brett was near me and I had his phone, I would just start speaking random keywords.
Private jet team trip.
Yeah. Brain tickles. People still typing brain tickles. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Highlands, I was the same way, actually. I watched, I started it because it came out just before I met my fiance. So I was actually watching it with my sister and her husband. And like after the first couple episodes, we're like, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting premise, but like, because the first 3 episodes are all world building and you kind of got to slog through those. But yeah, then it picks up. And like I said, no spoilers, but the very end of season 1 is just, and then every episode in season 2 has some sort of different reveal, or it's, it's wild.
Well, now I'm even more excited to get into it.
Let's see what's gonna happen here, guys. We're now at that level that I mentioned during pre-market wake
We are
up.
flying.
We're sitting
We're
at
flying.
22,631. That's exactly the level that I marked during pre-market wake up. So I wonder what's gonna happen here. Do we reject or do we blast?
I will say one more thing on Severance, though. I am really curious how they're going to land the plane in the last couple seasons because they've set so much up. I hope it's not Game of Thrones where like, I'm still. My fiance will tell you she like she's never seen it, but I get mad like that.
I mean, yeah, I saw Game of Thrones and.
Well, the
wasn't
first
quite
5
happy.
seasons are the best television I've ever seen. First 5 seasons of Game of Thrones, best TV that I've ever seen,
Game
period.
of Thrones is phenomenal.
Yeah, 6, 7 are interesting, and then 8, it was just like, how do we fuck up everything we've done for the last 10
Right.
years?
Right. Yeah. It really did feel like that. I feel like I got robbed.
Well, the end was disappointing. I actually, fun fact, I watched Game of Thrones, like all of it, within 6 days.
Oh, Jesus.
When I had
Wait,
I had a back tumor surgery and I couldn't walk for like 3 weeks or so, and I was laying in bed all day.
Oh
So
my.
I just binge watched Game of Thrones.
You must have literally not stopped.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did.
My goodness.
At the very end of it, did you like look at your painkillers, be like, what am I on right now?
Yeah, seriously. Start to question things a little bit.
Season 8 was amazing. Come on, man. Like now you're just being contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. You probably like black licorice too.
Oh, not black licorice. You have to give me a.
Black licorice, and you probably drink Fireball.
I didn't want to throw up on the
I'm
screen.
sorry, Jake Stores. I'm just having fun. Just making fun.
Guys, I feel like we should do another marbles race.
Nick is just like
But-
itching, like.
Yeah. Can we get to 800 likes, guys? Like everybody who's on the stream who has not liked the stream, just hit that like button really quick. I'm pretty sure we can get to 800. If we get to 800, we're gonna do one more marble race with 2 winners for a 50K growth account each. All right. We already gave away 8 accounts today. We're gonna do 2 more, so make it an even 10. Well, 8 is even 2, but I don't give a fuck. We need 10. Just smash that like button really quick. Yeah, Joshua, you got it. Marbles, baby. That's what we do. And everybody complaining that you haven't won yet. I mean, did you do your naked jumping jacks?
Huh? That's what I was thinking, Matt. Oh, that's great.
Oh, man.
You should put that up.
Oh, man. 776.
Slow, steady grind up, guys. We've been making some new highs here or there, even after that nasty pullback candle, just after or just before 11:30.
Yeah, nice test and hold of yesterday's high, previous day high on NQ.
I guess we were due for you know, the bill always comes due in the markets, guys. We had 3 days of really good trading, and there's been I mean, obviously there's been a few opportunities today, but it's not nearly as plentiful as they've been the last couple of days.
Yeah.
We actually literally no, wait, not to the tick, but 3 ticks touch that level. If we're gonna reject that, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, Auburn, I'm in Central Time, and so, but I know it's just easiest for us to refer to Eastern Time. If Nick can do it when he's like 7 hours away, I can certainly do it. So, plus, you know, everyone talks about the markets as in Eastern Time, New York session, so it's just easier to refer to that. But I am one time zone to the left on a map.
Yeah, not me.
As opposed to Miriam, who gets up at the butt crack of dawn to do this show.
It's still dark out.
Yeah.
Oh, Warren Buffett is here again. As you know, I am out of Berkshire Hathaway. I need one of those accounts. All right, sir. Do your naked jumping checks.
No, nobody wants to see that.
But I didn't say he should show us, dude.
All I'm saying is, Nick, don't check your Twitter DMs.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. 18 more likes, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and not the heart in the chat, even though we appreciate that too, but the actual thumbs up button right below the video. Once we're at 800, we're going to drop the keyword for another marble race for another 2 50K growth accounts.
Let's go.
No, Sigs, you haven't been filming for nothing. I mean, I would use those. I don't know, maybe your girlfriend or wife really wants to see that. I can't imagine why, but you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jose, San Diego. Yay, West Coast buddy. I always have to shout out my West Coast folks because I feel like this is way too early for this time of day.
I'm starting to like that bull flag here, guys. I would trade into the highs here. I know that, but starting to like it. Depending how it breaks.
Do we have any traders from LI?
LI. Okay, Ventura, California. I've only been there because a Six Flags, I believe, is over there. So.
Well, Six Flags is sick.
It is. It's very sick. Not skydiving sick, but you know.
No, but it's pretty cool.
Hollywood. My mom lives in Corona. Okay. Pasadena. Pasadena's nice. I like Pasadena. Pacific Northwest? Okay, Day Trader. That's originally where I'm from. Oregon or Washington, though? I gotta know.
Yeah, maybe he's from Vancouver, Derry.
Vancouver.
Yeah, you just assume
USA.
It's in the States. We got Pacific Northwest up in Canada, too.
that was a little Hispanic sounding at the end of that.
Well,
And-
you know, my mother was Canadian. My father was Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Portland, Oregon in the house. Let's go. Okay. I spent a lot of time in Portland. Oregon. Where in Oregon? I gotta know. DJ Day Trader. Chicago. We got some Chicago folks in here. I know a little Nikki. Little Nikki
Minneapolis up
representing.
there. So you're in Minneapolis. You're not right there near the Minnetonka, Derry.
I went to Oregon State University, so I gotta shout out my Beavers in Oregon. Small little college town. Colorado. We had okay. I've only been to Colorado once, and it was very bipolar weather. Let me just say that. Green, Oregon. Never heard of that. All right, Matt lives in Portland. It's probably raining right now. If I were to guess what the weather was like.
Keep Portland weird.
Yeah. Nice little mural there. Have you been to Portland? Sounds like you have, Matt.
No.
Oh.
No, I haven't. Been to Seattle, but not to Portland.
Guys, we need 5 more likes.
Heard good things about Portland. I do want to go there, though.
Lots of diversity in Portland. Powell's bookstore is definitely a visit. Massive bookstore. Near Roseburg. Okay, I know where Roseburg is. Yeah, grew up in Oregon pretty much my whole life. So then I moved to LA for a little bit. Completely hated it, and I was like, I need to get out of here.
Come on, guys. 3 more.
I do feel like I need like a long hair, fake blonde wig, just
You
like
really do, like Hanson style. Yeah.
Oh, there's a blast from the past. I'm not, I know it sounds shitty to say, but I'll say it anyway. The first time I saw the video from Mbop, I'm like, man, those are ugly girls.
You're like, wait.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Those are not
oh
women.
no, they're just really ugly dudes. Okay.
That haven't gone through puberty yet. So.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
All right. Guys, I don't know why you're saying we're at 800 likes. We're sitting at 798. Somebody unliked.
Ooh.
I'm refreshing here all the time. Okay, now we got 800. Nice.
Now we're good to go.
Now we're good to go. All right, guys, as usual, for this marbles race, you have to make sure that you have liked the stream. You have to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, and you type the keyword team spirit all in one word, because of the nice team spirit we got going on here.
This Team Spirit might be a song by Hanson. Not gonna lie.
Smells like team spirit.
That's a different one, but yeah. Team Spirit.
Team spirit, yay.
I love how Leia confirmed that they actually are still around.
Well, if anyone would know, I mean, there's no band more metal than Hanson.
So great. Do ba ba dee be da ba do ba.
Oh no.
That's my karaoke pick of the day.
Okay.
All right.
I would never attempt that one sober.
Sober. How do you know I am?
Yeah,
Well,
what's really in that cup?
Yeah, exactly. This is the real vodka here.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
he's actually drinking vodka.
Yikes. Something about drinking a beverage with a straw just makes me feel calm.
As long as it's not a freaking cardboard straw, yeah. If it's a plastic straw, we're good.
It's a silicone one, but I'm laughing at I don't know why this took me out. Karaoke time. That's great. I'm actually going to a Backstreet.
She's as pop as they get. She grew up idolizing Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
I'm going to a Backstreet Boys concert.
Oh, seriously?
July, and I'm so excited for it.
My fiance loves New Kids, so she goes to see New Kids when they're touring around.
I'm telling you, I don't know why you're keeping us away from each other. It's just diabolical at this point.
All right, guys, we got the marbles race up. Let's do a little racy race for 2 more 50K growth accounts. Drop them. We really need that Mario Kart.
Feels like a Backstreet Boys concert.
The DJ Day Trader in the lead currently. Yeti in the lead. Wait, Yeti won yesterday, no? Mox in the lead. PW Doctor 1 in the lead. Night Owl in the lead. We already have people dying again, so this is a good one. Chase Doors in the lead. Royal, oh, he died. Sergey in the lead, oh, dead. Elm in the lead. Make in the lead.
RJ says he toured with Britney Spears and Timberlake. Were you a backup dancer or backup singer or instrument? What were you?
Or are you Britney Spears?
Yeah, are you really?
Wouldn't be the strangest thing Britney's done.
True.
Morning Bear in the lead. Mom Bip in the lead. Oh, died, dead. Oh, I'm in the lead. Oh, and I died. Okay, never mind. Joker in the lead and dead.
Did you just leap off the track without a parachute, Nick?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Jump number 91.
Got Hammer 432 in the lead. Is he gonna win though?
Ooh.
Michael, no, wait. What's happening? Where are they going? Where are they going? I thought it was
I
done.
thought they fell off.
What's happening? This is confusing. Abyss. Eric O in the lead. Sam in dead. Jada T in the lead. All right, we got our winner here. Guys, these names are so complicated. Q Tuxa won, and Mark Horner second place. You guys both won a 50K growth account. Make sure to type something in the chat so we see you there, and you claim your prize. Q Tuxa and Mark Horner. And also add your email addresses to your YouTube channel description so we can reach out to you and send you your free accounts. Mark Horner in the chat. Great, you claimed. And then I already forgot the name. Something with a Q. Q Tuxa or something. Make sure to claim QIUTUGCA, I think.
Hey, Jose, we love you too. Have a great day.
We'll see you tomorrow, Jose.
See you tomorrow, Jose. Oh, come on, claim your prize. Don't do this. See you, Leia.
See you, Leia. Go rock out today and make sure you record it so we can put it on the stream next. I love it.
Didn't claim yet. Come on, you gotta claim your prize. You can't win a marbles race and not claim your prize. Come on.
The heartache.
Don't do this. I mean, Mark Horner claimed his, so. Wait, I'll try to ping him here in the chat. Ooh. I think I can't even ping that person. That means that person left.
That would be a disturbing theme.
Yeah, I can't ping that person. I will just put the username in the chat again. You have 51 seconds left. This 1 minute candle that is currently on my chart is your timer. All right. If you don't claim it, and we're gonna be harsh to the second this time, chat. Don't go off on me if he doesn't claim it. If he doesn't claim it, we're gonna pick the third place, Eric O, as the winner, but only once that 1 minute candle timer has run down to 0. Okay. I was reading the chat at the same time. No, I did not take that flag break because it wasn't a clean break as I like them. This time we're going to be ruthless. If you're coming in 1 second late, you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it.
Come on, guys.
All right, the timer is up. Timer's up. Eric O, you won the 50K growth account because first place did not claim it. Damn, Eric O, type something in the chat really quick. Eric O, you won, but only if you claim it.
If no one claims this, then
yep, there it is.
Congrats, Eric.
Add your email address to your YouTube channel description so we can email you. And congratulations, you both.
Yay!
I was waiting for that other guy to now type something and be like,
you take these very personally, Nick.
I do, because think about it. Dude, Brett and Tradeify is so generous, literally giving away 10 50K accounts for free. We even gave away straight to funded accounts as well the other day. So we're giving away actual money here, like a lot of monetary value, and people win and they do not claim. Like, how dumb can you be?
The audacity.
Come on. I think they don't even realize how much money they win because it's a 50K account. But that costs money, you know? You're winning money here.
That could be the account that makes you a millionaire.
Ooh.
You never know.
Indeed. It could indeed. Well,
all right, guys. So we are coming to the end of today's stream. Obviously, we will be back with you tomorrow, but I think maybe we'll start to go a little bit around the horn here. So I think we saw a lot of examples today, guys, of making sure you stick to your setups and your strategies, right? So Nick Merriam finished pretty green today. I finished in the red, but we stuck to our setups, right? And we didn't force anything, and I think that's really, really important. I say almost every day in this stream, like all we can do is lead by example in this scenario. For those that have things, I mean, we're here to hope you guys join the Tradeify family with an account. But even if you're just here to watch the show, we certainly appreciate it. And keep in mind, a lot of other places that are basically on stream trying to sell you things. And sure, like I said, we want you to be part of our family here and get an account. We want that account to be the one that takes you to a 5-figure payout, a 6-figure salary, and eventually a 7-figure lifestyle, right? That's what we want for you. But just keep in mind, we could sit here and trade for the sake of trading, but we're going to trade. And I think Miriam's, of course, been a great example of this week, where she's just, she's taking her setups, trusting her trades, and booking her wins. And so I think you guys can learn a lot from us watching us win. You can learn something from us watching us manage our losers. But at the end of the day, you're not going to see us tilt out 3, 4, 5, 6 grand like you see some other places. That's just not our style, and we would be doing a disservice to you by doing that. I can tell you right now, you always, I don't care, I've been through business school, marketing, all that kind of stuff. And so you always create a product for the audience that you want. And I'll be honest, guys, we love the audience that we're getting. We certainly want to continue growing. We've grown at a really fast rate, and we want that to continue. But at the same time, I can tell you, I feel like we're doing great because of who we see in the stream day in and day out. The comments, whether the nice comments or just, people just having fun with us and going back and forth with us like we do with each other. That's great. Keep that up. In fact, I'm a little disappointed there were not more bald jokes today. You guys are slipping on me. And that's
hey,
okay. But
just wait.
just wait. Yeah, come for me tomorrow, guys. Come on. But anyway, no, but in all seriousness, we're here to have fun. I say every day trading is when it's done right, is a boring, lonely endeavor, and we hope to take that a little bit away from you. But we really appreciate you guys joining us each and every single damn day for this stream. We're going to be back tomorrow once again, and we cannot wait for you to be with us. So we'll kick it around the horn now to wrap everything up with Mr. jumping out of a fucking plane himself, Nick. So, Nick, take it away.
Thank you, Matt. And thank you, chat. Obviously, it's so great doing the show. Like, I have fun every single day with Matt, Miriam, and you guys in the chat. So keep the positive spirits up, keep the funny comments up, keep the funny usernames up, keep the good questions up. And thank you again for showing up every single day. I really enjoy doing this, and I'm looking forward to many more shows with many good guests and a lot of you guys. So with that being said, as usual, our one and only LA or something, Miriam,
LA.
Curly Trader, Matcha Mommy, Beasts of NQ, NQ Tamer, NQ Side Bitch Maker.
We need to make a list here.
Yeah, ends the stream.
Yeah, you'll have more titles than the Khaleesi in Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
True.
I love it. Well, I appreciate every single one of you guys hopping on here, the new guys and everyone who comes and hops on every single morning and vibes with us. Obviously, you guys know we're hopping on an extra hour every single day. So, you know, we love that you guys are rocking with us. We love that you find us entertaining and continue to support us. And if you haven't already, please like this channel, subscribe to this channel, share it with a friend, and make sure that you are just spreading the love. And as always, guys, remember that trading is more than just making money, okay? So I want you to go practice gratitude today, whatever that looks like for you, whether it is telling someone you love them, sending a gratitude text, treating yourself to a nice cup of matcha or cup of coffee, whatever it is that makes your heart flutter with joy, go do that, because again, there's more to trading than just making money. So again, love you guys, appreciate you guys for rocking with us today. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow bright and early, 8:30 Eastern. Go be great. We'll see you then.
See you guys.